All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. In Canada, it's not a holiday. Oh, Alberta is having their provincial election, so I guess that is something. But yeah, the states, it's a Memorial Day, so just doing a little bit of a stream. We finished up with Cardinal Sin's channel, so we're just having a little bit of an after party. We've got some guests that are going to be joining us momentarily, and let's click on. There we go. There's one gentleman, Stark of Iron. Tony, I think you have a link, so you can join us at any time, buddy. And yeah, happy Memorial Day. I'm not sure what that celebrates in America. Is it what did it used to be called President's Day and they changed it to Memorial Day? Not sure. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday. And up here, like I said, it's a normal day, normal Monday. Alberta elections are just wrapping up, and I think Danielle Smith, the Conservative Party leader, was just elected to be the Premier of Alberta by quite a large margin, I think. So there you go. That's right. Now let's see. Now, Tony, you do have a link. I've just double checked that. And oh, hey, Papa Cotton, good to see you. Welcome aboard. Yeah, I don't know exactly what Memorial Day is about, but any of you in the chat that do, please feel free to educate the rest of us. Right now, just finished up a live stream with a good group of people on there. Admiral Teague, Stark of Iron, Cardinal Sin was on there. What link? What do you mean, what link? It's in your ready to beam up? Awesome. Good. Perfect. Not in your twit twat. Well, let's see. Oh, shit, it's not. Who the hell did I send that to? I definitely sent it to someone. So we might have a surprise guest here. There, it's in there now, Tony. Shit, I definitely sent it to somebody. I wonder who. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out who shows up. But yeah, welcome. Maybe Tony can explain what Memorial Day is all about. So let's go through the chat because again, good to have you. Hi, Tony.
Oh, you just sent the link to Orlando.
I don't know who I sent it to. We'll see. They'll show up here and we'll find out. Not in your.
It's more than likely you might have sent it to Teague.
Teague probably. No, I don't have his direct messaging, so I sent.
Do you authorize me to send him the link?
Yes, sir. Excellent. But I've also sent it to the Manorama private chat, so he can.
See, I'm not in the private chat for Manorama. At least not the active one.
No. And well, he can pick it up there. I think maybe Teague's not either. We'll see. Anyway, if you wouldn't mind, just to make sure, Tony, that'd be great. Susan Dolan, hail to you.
I live to serve.
Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, that was a great stream, and I didn't feel like it needed to end, so I'm glad to have you on here, Tony.
Gil was getting quite tired and hungry and hammered. And
all of the above. 5 hours, man.
And I've been streaming since like Jill today. This is almost hour 12. This is almost hour 12. Here I am on the road again.
Yep.
Here I am back on the stage.
Oh man, what a good song. And it had really.
My voice is still pretty messed up. I don't know if I'm singing anything tonight.
See, I don't, and I was there with you for the stream last night, buddy. I don't sing. I don't karaoke. I just, I did once with Jedi Bill. I did the only song I ever do is Banana Boat, and Darius Munchausen and Jedi Bill were the backup
Hey,
singers.
look, there's Gil. Speak of the devil. Hi, Gil.
Oh, hey. Well, I don't know if he wants to come on board, but Gil is always welcome on this channel.
See, whenever
he's-
I was hungry earlier, I cooked me a big bowl of turkey gravy and rice.
ooh,
And that's why whenever I went quiet and I was throwing up my, this
no
avatar,
obligation, Gil. You've got the link,
I was
Gil.
eating
there's
while
no
drinking.
Noodles, man. There's nothing. Man, I tell you what. In ramen noodles. Ever since Japan, man, ramen noodles are such a comfort food.
I can't wait for you to meet Fermented Cinema. I think he's going to be. We're going to have a stream.
Definitely.
And we're just going to have to just converse to Japanese the whole time.
My Japanese is like 2 out of 10, but
he lives in Japan. He's lived there for 10 years. So
oh my god.
I believe he can cover your bases.
Yeah,
he's going to cover mine.
Maybe I can learn. I'm always willing to learn. Again, like I can usually get out what I want to say. It's understanding the response in Japanese is the problem. But I can even crack a joke or two. I know just enough to embarrass myself is how I describe my fluency. Cardinal Sin, always a pleasure. Certainly no obligation, but you have the link in case you decide to hop on. And do you mind reading Susan Dolan's chat, Tony, if you can see it?
Oh, if I could see it. You think I'm drunk or something? That's going to happen.
No, I don't know if you have I don't know if you're looking at the screen or not. I can only see your avatar. So you might be away from the screen. Away from the keyboard, if you will.
At Stock of Iron, I start the day with anti-derivative Jill and end the day with Canadian Spider-Man. Today is a good day if you're living in a pit.
You're very complimentary. Thank you, Susan Dolan. Tony, hail to Cardinal Sin. Can you please explain to those of us that don't know what Memorial Day is? Did it used to be President's Day and then they changed it to Memorial Day?
Memorial Day is a day where we venerate and we remember
East Coast Kitchen Stream
our fallen in the military.
I think we have that on November 11th.
We remember those who did not come home, whether their name is on a wall or in the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Into those in DC.
It is a remembrance of the people that have paid for our freedoms, quite literally with their lives.
Yep.
And we thank each and every one of you. Even though technically on my end it's no longer Memorial Day, it's Memorial Day on the West End for about another hour.
Oh yeah, it's only 10 to 11 here.
It's
Cardinal Sin.
It's 10 to 2 here.
It's 10 to 2?
10 to 2 here. And I've poured myself another tumbler on ice of Elijah Craig's small batch bourbon. It is Tony tested and Doomcock approved.
I don't think I have been looking for that. And if
I live in Kentucky. That's at every corner drugstore, that bourbon. That's one advantage of, as Teague likes to call me, being a hillbilly.
Kentucky. They filmed some of the last of the Mohicans there.
Yes,
it was set there.
Did.
And I'm a huge fan of the Last of the Mohicans, man.
Yeah, right. They did that at the Black Mountain.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it was set in Kentucky, so in some parts.
One of my family members is actually an owner of a now obsolete deed. But back when Black Mountain, that whole area down there in Hazard and Harlan, was being mined for coal, they had a plot in it. They had a percentage in it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Zax, welcome. Good to see you. I love your avatar.
Good to see you, Zax.
This is an East Coast kitchen stream. I originally, although I've spent more time by 1 year on the West Coast now, but 25 years on the East Coast. Yes, sir. New Brunswick, East Coast kitchen party. He knows. on the East Coast, or she. I don't know if Zach is a guy. I think he's a guy. I think he told us that.
It's
Either
the
way.
Mask of Zorro. We can only guess.
He knows that on the East Coast, we party in the kitchen. We like to eat, so that's exactly.
We do like to eat.
And Cardinal
Whether you're
Sin.
north or south.
What kind of accent can you throw at this one from our friend Cardinal Sin, our good friend Cardinal Sin? Our
Just
brother.
enough to be dangerous.
Dun 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 dun.
Hey, look who's here, Matt G. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, Matchy.
Cat orange whistling, cat orange whistling, cat orange whistling. Oh,
It's the emoji.
yeah, the emoji glitch. Yeah, I've had that happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite.
I was gonna say that's well done typing that. That's hard. Matt G, good to see you, buddy.
Now, another reason why I'm doing all of my streaming like this tonight is I will be working again Friday. I might be able to get up early enough to catch Jill and be on there with her with some science. I'm thinking about taking some of my notes that I'm getting together about why a flying car would be a bad car and a bad plane, and presenting that, providing the physics of both the downdraft air aerodynamic and the updraft air aerodynamic, and how if you had a flying car, it would not be an easy thing to drive or fly because the very shape of it goes against the physics of whatever side you're trying to do. A car is usually shaped curved on the top so that the air hugs it to the road, whereas
And
an
pushes it
aircraft is
down.
vice
Right.
versa.
Right.
And a lot of people that whenever they look at like movies like The Fifth Element, and you see
Ooh,
like the
that's a good
taxi
movie.
cab like just bobbing and weaving and dodging trains and going through sky traffic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, I don't care what kind of thruster or anti-gravity device you have under that vehicle. If it looks like a streamlined cabbie from the 30s, it's not going to be making those tight-ass turns. I got news for you. It's pretty to look at, but
Not
physics
without a grappling hook
says...
or something.
I quote Scotty, I cannot change the laws of physics,
Ooh.
Captain.
Susan Dolan says in the chat, Canadian Spider-Man, try faux. And there's usually a little accent over the O. But I don't know how to find that on the keyboard either, Susan, so no worries there. Which is a rice noodle soup from Vietnam. Good stuff. You're absolutely right. That is a hell of a recommendation. Next to ramen noodles, pho is my second favorite. Absolutely.
Now,
and I love the rice noodles. And I spent a month. Was it a month? No, I think the visa for Canadians is 15 days. I'm pretty sure the visa that as a Canadian, when you go to Vietnam, it's 15 days. And I spent the whole 15 days there. And I had pho as much as possible. It's delicious. It's got real lemongrass in there. It's got, I think, cilantro, rice noodles, and sometimes tripe. And you don't know what else is in there, but it all tastes good. It is absolutely. So, yeah. Excellent recommendation, Susan. You're 100%.
Now,
correct.
you want to talk about
and less fattening than ramen noodles.
Ramen. Do you prefer to eat your ramen strained or as a soup?
As a soup. Absolutely.
Excellent.
As a
now,
soup.
what if I told you, being that I grew up in one of the top 10 most impoverished states in the Union, what if I told you that one of the cheapest, absolutely cheapest ways to eat is to get those little 99-cent bags, frozen vegetable assortments, boil your soup first, then put your chicken or beef or shrimp flavoring in and your noodles, and let it boil in. It is a very cheap stew that costs you $2 and hydrates and fills you.
Well, it used to. Those 99-cent vegetable bags are now $3.49. But
I know. Well, I mean, they're $1.19 at our Walmart, so it ain't.
There you go.
That ain't hit me too bad just yet. But you know what I'm talking about.
Well, it's because Trudeau's not running your economy, buddy. You're not.
You have the Trudeau economy. I do apologize.
Carbon tax after carbon tax after carbon tax, my friend. Hey, Tim's talk. Hey, great to see you, Tim. Raylo, hipster safe space. Yeah, you know what? If you're a fan, even if you like the new stuff, and I know you're making fun, Tim, because I know your opinions, but
it's just because he looks like Adam Driver.
And I don't know, folks, if you were watching the stream that Tony and I just came from on Cardinal Sin's channel.
Very successful stream.
but there was a little bit of a discrepancy, a debate between panelists about New Trek and Old Trek. And as far as I'm concerned, New Trek is crap. However, I will not begrudge you your enjoyment of New Trek.
I have so many.
I mean, I don't
kittens right
consider
now,
it
you have
Trek,
no
but
idea.
if I'm not gonna hate on you for not liking it, and the same with Star Wars. I don't consider the new sequels.
Now,
Disney
I
Star
think
Wars-
that one
Star
thing
Wars
that
at
we
all.
all can agree on is Marvel was shat on.
But yes, but if you like it, hey, I'm not gonna detract from that, and I'll I will support, as Cardinal Sin said, I will support your right to enjoy and watch that stuff 100%.
Oh, look at my little kitty triangle. Oh,
Man, your kitties were loud on that stream. I could hear them. Did you have them right up to the microphone or something?
no, it's just they're newborns, and newborn kittens do like to yowl.
Oh man, they were so loud.
And
That was awesome.
and I mean, I bathed them earlier in between
okay.
streams, and so their mother are obviously like going, "Oh my god, my newborns are out here," and I have right now what they say, what you would call a hive of cats. I'm only keeping one.
That's
of the
fantastic.
kittens.
Oh man, if you can get them on the microphone, cats do a good. On YouTube, cats are a good thing.
Oh, cats!
Video.
Cats are the mascots of the
Or
internet. This
The
is
sound. Yep.
cats are
that-
the mascots of the internet. This is common
we're
knowledge.
getting away with the chat here. Can
Not
you
too
read
bad.
this, Tony, from our friend Tim's talk, please?
Master
You know-
debaters. You said masturbate. He said master debaters, Beavis, but I guess that's kind of like masturbating.
Yeah. No, thanks for that, Ted. Hey, pop culture curators here. Hey, good to see
Pop
you. sir.
culture, how you doing, buddy?
Absolutely. Hail to you. We're just having a little bit of a late night kitchen party. We have 8 people in the chat, so
I know you're
Good to see
popular,
you.
dude.
and yeah, Tim's talk says Hulk smash the like button.
No, it's
Smash like button.
Of course. Well, Iron Man and Hulk were always closer than Spider-Man and Hulk. That's for sure.
Now is 2 o'clock. 30th of May.
And Cardinal Sin says on your left. Good to see
And
you.
that was Jarvis reminding you that yes, I am indeed on the East Coast.
Right.
not
Not quite Newfoundland east, but you're pretty darn east.
yeah, New York time.
Yeah. New York is
Uh,
it juts in there. You're in there a bit, but yeah.
Lemon Pie says in the chat, he says, just take it, brother Beavis. I am the great Cornelio. Would you like to see my portfolio? You must bow down to the almighty bunghole. My bunghole. It goes. Settle down, Beavis. No way. The states will flow with the blood of the non-believers. That would be pretty cool. Dumbass.
Lemon Pie in the chat
those
says,
were
"Hey
the
Tim,
first 2 voices I ever learned how to do.
wait, now were you learning them as they were airing on TV?"
Yes.
Okay. No, I think I was
Alongside this
I
one,
was busy working. I didn't get. a
it was
chance to,
alongside this voice.
Hey Jim.
Boy,
to
I
see you.
tell you what.
And Rayla Card said that lemon pie. Do you have oleo for your folio?
Jim's Landscape in the chat also says hi to Pop Culture Curator. Good to see you, Jim. Yeah, it's man busy as hell. Landscaping this time of year. I'm surprised you have any time
I
whatsoever.
have earned 15 likes since the beginning of the weekend. I couldn't be more happy. Or for 15
Hi,
subscribers.
Susan, Zach, and Jim. Now, 15 subscribers. That's fantastic. Man, you've surpassed me. That's fantastic.
Now I got to get you up there. We got to get you up
Well
there.
done. I have no intention of ever being monetized, but
Oh, yes.
not a big commitment.
accent all.
Ray Lucard, good to see you.
He's
Welcome
just
to the
doing-
kitchen party.
He's just doing the.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of time to see Beavis and Butthead. I was at that time I was in university, and I think I was working
You
my
was in
ass
uni
off,
at that time, and you didn't
Trying-
have any
working-
time to just pop on
Yep.
the TV.
running
Like in your
a snowplow
dorm when you were done
business
with your
in the
work.
winter, and running a roofing business in the summer, and I was just
Oh man, I
Didn't
remember
get a
my
chance.
days when I used to roof. I had to pack shingles. That's how I started.
yeah, that was fun. You know,
Oh,
nowadays we're not even allowed to carry them up the ladder. They have to boom them up.
Yeah. Nowadays you got to pull them up on a freaking
Mhm.
pulley.
Yep.
Not
or
back
the ladder
then,
hoist.
man. Not back then. You were a strapping young lad getting paid $3 an hour to pack that shit up.
That's I think I made up to, and I was almost up to $9 an hour lugging shingles.
Well, lucky
Canadian
you.
though, 9 Canadian, so that's like 6
Nine
American.
today.
I'm the great corner. Oh, you can do a better one of this. You go for it, Tony.
Yeah, I did that bit for him. I skipped ahead in the chat just to
Oh,
get
you
that
did.
out of the way.
Okay. Lemon pie hail from Susan Dolan. Tibbs Talk says, I'll pop in for a bit. I was gaming, grabbing popcorn.
Very nice.
Right. What's her last name?
Yeah. What is her last name?
Cardinal Sin, are you swinging in? I don't know. He just did 5 hours of streaming. I
Yeah.
wouldn't expect that
Gil
from
is
anybody.
hungry and tired.
After doing 5 hours of streaming, that was a hell of a
and-
stream. I mean, I was only on there for the last.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We had everybody on there that
hour and a
was
half.
that was anybody. We had
Yeah.
at the beginning of it, we had Tiger Stripes, Caliburton. We had
Oh, I would have loved to have been on there
Andy
with that.
Masterson, Gary Ambrosia,
And
Mike Barra.
Right.
Like we
Awesome.
had them all, dude. Had them all. Like it was epic.
Do
we
you
had
think you
Jill
could
and
come up
you
with a voice
late.
for this one, Tony?
Uh,
And do you have some oil for your folio? Yeah.
did.
Oh, neat.
And pop culture curator in the chat says, hello, my good friends, Lemon Pie and Susan Dolan. And Jim's Landscaping says, my new day, old video getting attention at 244 videos so far. Hey, that's
Very
pretty damn good.
nice,
man.
bro. Well fucking done,
Yep.
bud.
That's all right. If 244 people watched all my videos, that'd be blown away. See, the ones where I pass out in the snow and almost die seem to be the most popular. So we'll have to do that again, I guess.
Ray Lucard in the chat says, Mr. Stark, can you do James Mason? It all depends on if you're able to go to the center of the earth. Now, Lolita, come over here. It's time for your pedicure. You ask me if I can do a James Mason. It's not as good as Gills or Doomcock's, but I'm no slouch.
See, and on that point, who the fuck is James Mason? I recognize the voice. What's he been in?
Journey to the Center of the Earth is
Never saw
his
it.
most prominent role, where he led the expedition into the Hollow Earth with the dinosaurs and the cavemen. You should totally check it out.
I'm aware of the movie, and I've seen all the
Yes.
the adverts
Yes.
for it, and I've seen scenes from it, but I didn't realize that was James.
Lolita, come over here. It's time for your pedicure.
Tony's Beavis is pretty bitchin'.
Do you prefer my butthead
Or my
Take
Beavis.
that as a compliment. I would take that as a compliment, sir. And do you mind? Can you do any female voices, sir?
Oh, not Patty and Selma. Shut up, Homer.
That Canadian Spider-Man. Have you heard the Adam Driver may be Reed Richards in the new Fantastic Four upcoming movie? Well, that's no Matlock. Margot Robbie will be Sue Storm, and some unknown guy is Johnny, and the black guy is Ben Grimm. Now, Homer, get down on all fours and say, I am Homer Simpson, the lowly dog, in a dog's voice.
That's not bad, man. That's a good Selma. Oh, hey, I think we have a guest. If our guest is ready, and I think he is, he looks ready. We can welcome to the stream Admiral Teague.
Hey, drunkie!
I'm not quite that intoxicated. I think
Oh,
I'm still
no.
speaking fairly clearly, and it's just nice to hang out with my friends. I don't give a fuck. I wanted to see you guys.
No, yep, same, absolutely. Hey, that was a
Thank you.
Tony can do female voices if you call Patty and Selma female.
I just got propositioned by two women downstairs at the bar, and like I was really thinking about it. One of them was
Don't do
kind
it.
of cute, but the other
Trap.
one was
It's
not
a trap.
cute. Like it was like
It's a trap.
Daphne and Velma. You know what I mean? And like
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, I
See,
can't.
I'm gonna take
get
Velma
into
all day
Velma.
long. Gonna take Velma all day
Well,
long.
Linda Cardellini Velma.
Well,
don't know who
Cardinal
that
Sin,
is.
you are the expert.
From the
James
movies,
Mason.
the movie Velma from the Scooby Doo ones with Matthew Lillard. That
Oh.
Velma, she was really beautiful.
Yep. Yep.
What are we on, Rumble or YouTube?
On YouTube right now, I've created my Rumble channel, but I haven't
You
put
know what I
anything.
like
haven't
about Cardinal
worked with it.
Sin? He is
Cardinal
honest with you, and when you are off the mark,
I
Let
hope
you
that I
know.
didn't piss Cardinal Sin off.
Not at
you
all.
guys you didn't think so?
No, not at all. No, I've known
Cardinal
Cardinal
Sin
for
wants
a
you
long
to
time.
be
Not
the
at all.
best you.
No,
you
and actually, I
can be.
think you're making too big a deal out of it, Admiralty. Don't.
Well,
don't
the
even
thing
worry
is
about it.
that like Scotty, let's rephrase that. There are people who are willing to be more rude and confrontational and mean and insulting on YouTube than I would be to a person unless I was standing man to man, face to face with them. If I'm going to tell you you're fucking stupid, I'm not going to do it as a keyboard tough guy.
My God, why are we going back to this?
No,
Holy
we're not. No, we're not.
Who gives a
So
shit?
what does he mean by 20,000 leagues? Is James Mason in 20,000 leagues?
He
Is that
is.
what
Ray
Raymond
Lucard,
McCarthy-
thank you for
He's
subbing
fucking
Admiral
sweet,
Teague,
yeah.
by the way. I appreciate you. You're a
So
great
James
guy.
Mason was in 20,000 leagues.
James Mason,
Yes.
the actor?
Yes.
You mean James Mason?
Oh my God, I think that's worse than mine.
No,
Tiger
that was better
Stripes.
than yours.
Good to see
Hey,
you.
Tiger Stripes.
Good to see you. Gracious.
We're-
she
well,
says.
you know what?
I ought to be in bed by now. Hey, you and us too.
You know what?
Oh,
I'll say
please,
this.
I don't
That's
go
the
to bed for another
These
hour.
don't drink themselves.
That's the ultimate compliment, though, that you would stay up to hear our thoughts.
Exact. Well, maybe it's like when you really want to fall asleep and you just open a textbook and you start reading it. Maybe that's what she's using us to become sleepy, I think.
Well, here's the thing. We're going to be edgy and fun. Oh, my God. Sorry, Cardinal Sin.
Can you read that in who can do it?
In
James
Mason's voice. I think it should be done in bad
No,
James
that was
Mason.
done. That was done. That was directed at me. Whenever I said, "Lolita, come over here. It's time for your pedicure."
Okay.
Apparently, it was missing the mark. And
I mean,
but what I like to
well, try-
say about Cardinal Sin is, he wants you to be the best version of yourself. So if you miss
That's
the
true.
mark,
That's
he
true.
lets you know that so that you can do better.
All I can say is to Cardinal Sin, I appreciated the chance to be on his show, and I tried to do the best I could. But I'm from New York. I have hot Twitter fingers. I bring a certain particular point of view that's maybe different. And in the words of George Lucas, I may have gone a bit too far in a few places. But I can't. I didn't curse anyone out or call them bad people, but I did raise my voice, and that's an Admiral Teague thing. I will not say fuck you before I start getting passionate. But I'm fucking Latino and Italian.
Oh, damn. Okay. So, yeah, you've
The
earned that.
Anglo and the Saxon, ladies and gentlemen, the Anglo and the Saxon.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm the
Ang-
Scottish and the Irish. So we like to
Goddamn
fight with
gringos.
ourselves, I guess.
You want
Worst
to have
James Mason he's ever heard. Well, now, to be fair, maybe he's not heard that many.
No, Doomcox is second to none, and
Number five says that.
and
What
Cardinal
sucks
Sin
is-
does a very good James Mason as well.
What sucks is I do a good Richard Burton, but I'll never do it because that's one of Doomcock's signature moves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I can't believe this one. I fell into my, like, I do not try to emulate Doomcock. I just think he's great. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And he is an inspiration to me, but I'm not trying to be like Doomcock Light or the other Doomcock. Like I take inspiration for him, but not instruction. He doesn't tell me how to think. But I'm so glad that like he does Kirk, but I fell into old Picard as my imitation, and like I'm never gonna get any shit for that one.
Now,
Cannot do for sure.
now I will
Doomcock
do.
doesn't do Picard.
I
and-
will do Hank Hill, but I will not do Doomcock specific jokes that he does with his Hank Hill.
Right.
Hank
that
Hill
thing.
is not a Doomcock specific property. I would say the problem is never do Harvey. He
Well,
owns
yeah.
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
He created. Never do anything to
Yeah.
co-opt the Doomcock lore. But if you
Mhm.
want to like piggyback on the Doomcock lore, you have to think hard because you're bringing in someone very important and someone who's not saved but at least minimize the damage to our Indiana Jones, and who is at least stood up to the people insulting our Star Trek.
Oh yeah, to their face. Yeah.
You know what? I'm old enough to remember when the creators of Star Trek said it belonged to us, the fans, and that we were right to be opinionated, and they embraced that. And Deep Space
Nice.
Nine goes from mediocre to pretty darn good when they do the things the fans asked. We want
Right.
more. We want a few more characters. We want a ship. Oh my God, what happened? No one got called a bad name. We got a few more characters, including Venerable Worf.
Pop culture. You have the link.
Pop culture.
It's in the chat.
You know,
It would be
my heart
pleasant
is
to
with
wrap
you,
this
pop
day
culture.
up. It would be pleasant to wrap this day up talking to you after our successful fund drive for you earlier.
If
Definitely.
you were able to come on here and talk to us, that would be great. But if you can't, we understand. You might be tired.
Oh,
Or whatever.
100%. No obligation.
No obligation. But
Yeah.
I was proud and happy to be part of making people aware of pop culture. I've never felt a bit of rancor or anger towards him when he's corrected me. He's one of the greatest Star Trek minds I've ever known. He has his opinions. God knows, pop culture curator would not approve of me speaking of him if I didn't say, pop culture curator's got a few opinions. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got a few opinions. And like some of them are unpopular, but you know what? Pop culture curator doesn't give a fuck. And he talks about things and is one of the best describers. If you want to listen to 45 minutes to 90 minutes about two Gilligan's Islands episodes, I mean, it's so lovingly done. I get so much more out of it than what Gilligan's Island's about. He reminisces about an America that we need to have back. And, you know, when he corrects me about Star Trek, I'm just like, he's my better, you know?
Yep.
Fuck.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to talk back to a Metron. Perhaps in a few 100,000 years, I'll be like him.
Admiral Teague, would you mind reading this from Tiger Stripes, and then we'll have a guest pop on?
I love Tiger Stripes, and I'm
Yeah, we
honored
all
to
do.
read Tiger Stripes chat. Let's
Yeah.
see. My contacts have shifted around my eyes, so it's a little bit double. If I get it wrong, ready? Okay,
Quit
Tiger
rubbing
Stripes.
your eyes so hard, drunkie.
I just downed like 4 shots of Jameson. I think I don't seem overly affected. Do I seem drunk?
It's
No.
because it's synthetic Jameson.
And because the other 50% of Admiral Teague is Irish. Tiger Stripe says space ice cream. And I've had space ice cream, by the way, from the Houston Space Center.
Yep.
Space ice cream is more of a novelty than anything else. When I was a kid, they had all kinds of space food. They were always more fun conceptually than they were good to eat. You know what?
Agreed.
My new member of Saving Star Trek, and by the way, when you said you were saving Star Trek tonight, guys, that like touched my heart. Thank you. Oh my God, we have a great special guest. Hey, buddy.
Culture curator.
How you doing, Pop?
Hello,
Good to see
everybody.
you.
You sound great.
Thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure. I want to thank you. My goodness, you guys did. I'm overwhelmed by the support. by everybody on Jill's stream today, and you guys were there, and it really means a lot to me. And I wanted to thank you for that. And I'm glad you were doing a stream so that I can thank you personally.
I wish we could have
Fantastic.
done 100 times more. The money. I'm so sorry to hear what happened to you, and I want you to
That's
know,
life.
but
It's like it's funny because when you think about life when you're young, you think about how am I going to die? A car crash, drowning in a fire. What's going to happen? But you never know until life, deals you the certain cards on the table.
Smothered
And you
by a
want, okay,
300-pound hooker.
right. Well, yeah. Well, thankfully, I'm going out better than that.
Pop
Yeah,
culture
it-
curator, can I ask you a question? Do you
I'll
realize that
try
I've
to answer
always
it.
held you in high esteem and never had any rancor towards you?
Well, great. Likewise. Thank you.
I would hope
Likewise.
not.
You know what? I think you're an amazing Star Trek mind. And if you notice, Admiral Teague is a pretty chesty and cocky
yeah.
guy. But when you say something happens,
Nice.
I shut the fuck up and I start listening to you.
And Ray Lucard, pop culture curator, would you mind reading Ray Lucard's
Ray Lucard in the chat says that people love how. Wait, make sure I got this. If people have low view count, my first slideshow video only has 3,600 views.
Dude, that's awesome. I don't think I have a single video that has that many views. And I almost died.
Thanks to the help of a lot of people, Admiral Teague had a 1,200 view video in one day. It was a
Whoa.
Bridge Too Far.
Nice.
Well, you know what? Bridge
Mr.
Too
MH,
Far is a
good to see
good
you.
movie. I had a good movie to work with, and I was like riding kind of high. And a lot of the times, when you're catching flack, it's because you're over the target. Admiral Teague's Star Trek theories are pretty far out, but I say this is a Star Trek fan theory. I'm not a Star Trek professional. I'm a Star Trek fan, doing the best I can to close my knowledge gap. And if I make it another 100 years, I'll be half as knowledgeable as pop culture curator.
Yep. We've got another guest. Let's welcome Tim Possible.
All right.
Hello there.
Thanks for being
What's up, everybody? On your right.
Hey, man.
What's up?
here. That's awesome.
Matt the radar tech in the house.
That
What's
is
up,
awesome.
everybody? How's it going?
That's pretty nice. That's a Memorial Day costume.
America.
America.
Yeah.
America. I
America.
don't know how to.
Thanks
how
for
do
having me
I
here.
make you
Appreciate
smile
it.
again?
What's up, chat? What's up, Lemon Pie? Captain Infinity, everybody. Canadian Spider-Man. Thanks for having
Hell,
me.
lemon pie.
Good to see you.
I'm more of a pecan pie myself, so
Ooh, I do
Oh,
like the pecan pie.
nutty.
it's very
That's
nice.
That's
Hey,
nice.
Hey, pop
And-
culture, is your mic open? Can I ask you a question?
Link in the chat.
I'll try to answer.
How do you feel about the movie Independence
There it
Day
is.
on the whole?
It stinks.
I love you. I love that
Wow.
Yeah,
It was
but-
pretty good when Will Smith punched.
I
that
could tell.
alien.
I could tell you. It's funny you mentioned that because I could tell you exactly the scene where everything changed my mind. I was excited. I was into
Right?
special effects.
Wow.
In fact, I was teaching computer graphics in school at the time, and we were recreating the special effects as we saw in the trailer. And I didn't know. I was not aware. I knew who Will Smith was from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but I had never seen anything with him in it. I thought, okay, I'll give him a chance. Whatever, maybe he's good. But the scene where he punched the alien ruined the entire movie for me.
Really?
He
Because
didn't write that
Is
though,
it
but
because he
yeah.
didn't slap
it doesn't.
the
I don't
alien?
care who wrote it.
Of
Instantly,
course,
it
you're
was
gonna punch
it was-
the alien.
Instantly,
would've
it was,
slapped
it was
the
another
alien. That's all.
two-dimensional. In other words, instantly, it was another two-dimensional black person with sass,
Yeah.
cardboard cutout.
I
And by
guess.
the way, let's not forget that
It
they
was
took away
supposed to be Ethan Hawke.
all the threat and danger from the alien was immediately removed, and they turned him into a joke. So yeah, it ruined the entire movie. Actually,
Well, no, actually, after that, we see a Star Trek actor from TNG, and the aliens
has
reassert their
been
power.
has been.
Right, and I'm not gonna make excuses for Brent Spiner.
Fine.
But,
Unique, it says.
He's not my favorite guy in the world. But we do see
Thanks,
a
Ray.
great scene where the aliens reassert their power by mentally attacking the president. And then he gives us more information on those aliens than we ever get about the First Order from
Yeah,
Star
wonderful.
Wars.
Yeah, well, I understand and I appreciate your opinion, but that's my opinion is different. I'll put it that way.
Yes or no
I-
question. Do you enjoy the president's speech?
No.
No.
Dang!
Well, I already
Oh my
said.
God.
Such a good
I already said after the scene with Will Smith, I tuned out. Didn't like the movie.
All right.
It was crap.
Can I
Well,
ask
why
you,
do you hate cousin
more-
Amy saving the world? He
can I ask
deserves
you
it.
one more question, Pop?
I'll try to answer.
Is there room on the final frontier for the opinions and ideas of Admiral Teague?
Well, there is because that's all you do is promote your channel, so go for it. Everything's Admiral Teague. You even talk about yourself in the third person.
well,
Go for it.
How
Well,
about-
why shouldn't I? And other people do it too. And it's just for good fun,
Who?
Pop.
It is good fun.
It is for
Pop
good
culture
fun,
curator,
Pop.
what do you mean by this? Hang on. I did.
So I
no
guess
big
that's a
deal.
no, but I can live with it. And I still think you're a great guy.
Well, I just give some
Agreed.
other people a chance to talk sometime. I had a lot I wanted to add to the Doomsday Machine stream of Jill's, but I wasn't able to get a word in edgewise.
I think
But
maybe
always, there's
there are
always
tech-
another day, right?
Well, I would apologize if you felt disrespected by that
No
because
need to.
I think that maybe there was like a little bit of machismo going on between the two of us because like you were
I don't know.
challenging
That's
my
why
facts.
before the stream, I said to Jill, I said, I'm not going to say a lot because I know there's a lot of people talking.
don't
so
like me.
before the stream, I said to Jill, I said, I'm not going to say a lot because I understand there's a lot of people who want to talk. I was hoping that message would get across to everybody, but
No one relayed anything to me, but I did my best job with
okay.
that. And I tried to lay back and give everyone a chance, but also there
No
seemed to
problem.
be a hesitancy which created
No,
dead air. And I don't want Jill to have a bad stream. And I would just point out the view count on that vindicates all of us. And I thought your contributions were great. And I'm sorry if you felt disrespected by me because you're someone I've always looked up
it
to.
doesn't matter. It's not important.
But I
in the
want to
past.
say you're someone
It's
I've
Captain Kirk.
always looked
Mr.
up to.
Thank you. It's in the past. Don't worry about it.
Let the
Susan
past die,
Dawn.
like Kylo Ren says.
Hey,
The best lines in Star Wars.
Well, am I allowed to keep reviewing Star Wars? Do I have your blessing? Star Trek? Do I have your
Yeah.
blessing?
You don't need my blessing. It's not my. I don't give permission.
We
You're
don't need
an
to go
adult.
there.
Hold on,
I'm
Canadian
asking
Spider
you
Man.
if you think that I give good faith Star Trek reviews.
I don't know, but every time you're on a stream, you talk about yourself. There were so many people that wanted to talk about their channels and their things today. But you talked
I didn't
over
talk
everybody.
about myself much.
All I heard was Admiral Teague does this, Admiral Teague does that, and my
Yeah.
channel. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, I appreciate you being there, but there was a lot of people who were. Every time they tried to talk, you would talk over them. I mean, and
That's
I
not
feel
true
bad
because
saying this.
Mikey was losing signal. There was dead air, and
What
I
else-
tried
what
to
has
be
to do
the
with it,
best
but
host I
okay.
could.
Okay.
I invite you to
Like I
talk
said,
to me more
Leave
about
it in
this
the
on
past.
Twitter.
So, no big deal.
Well, I invite you to talk more about me about this on Twitter and give me your thoughts because I look up to you and I think you're
Well,
a
it's
good
always good
guy.
to listen. Listen to other people. Listen to other people. That's the best advice I can get.
Definitely.
Listen
You
to
know
other
what?
people. There's a lot of opinions out there.
Can I say one thing about that stream before we drop it? It was shorter than most other streams for the most dense show, so it was tough.
Because Jill is fantastic and wonderful and precise and on the point.
But it was a shorter stream.
She was here
She
earlier.
started late and it wasn't able to be as long as some other streams. We gave
Well, I
more
was
time
happy
to
with it.
Meta.
I thought she did a great job because I know
I thought
has a
she did a
family.
great job, and look at the view count is approaching 500. It's an amazing discussion.
Holy shit. Well
It's an
done.
amazing discussion, and I would just say, we had less time to talk about one of the most important episodes than we did about Metamorphosis.
Hey, Tim.
I like
Sorry.
whiskey.
Can you read this chat, please, Tim?
All right. Cardinal Sin says, I do it better. James Manchin, the Doomcock does. but his is really, really good.
Doom
That's
Cock
what
is a
she
noun now, huh?
That's
No,
what
he
she
did
First
spell
name,
it
place,
James
first name.
Mansion. He did
James
spell it
Mansion.
James
I'm reading
Mansion.
what I see right now.
No,
My
it's
sources from
Mason,
Disney
but
can only confirm what I'm reading right now.
I like
Cardinal Sin,
whiskey.
we're waiting for you to come on tonight, or anyone that wants to come on. That's what she said. But I'll be here all night.
what do you like, Tony?
Hey, Tony, what are you doing?
I like bourbon. I like scotch. I like beer. Let me
It
tell you a
makes
story.
a jolly good fellow.
Let me tell you a story about a house turned blue.
Oh Lord.
I came home one morning, and the landlady said, "Have you got the rent yet?" I said, "No,
I don't got the rent.
I ain't got no rent. I'm trying to find a job. I'm going out, and I'm really tired." She told me, "I don't think you're trying to find no job. I saw you out there on the street corner leaning up against a post." But I said, "I'm tired."
I think this one will get Cardinal Sin in. Yo, you talk to my man all wrong here. That's the wrong tone. You do it again. Stab me with the face of the sun on. Bad Christopher Walken, but I know Cardinal does Christopher Walken. So
I don't know how to
Since
interpret.
Christopher Walken is
Yeah.
comparable to my
Yeah,
Rick and
Captain
Morty
Finnegan's
in
watching.
cadence, syntax, tone, and improvisation.
All
It
right.
is the creme de la creme.
Pop culture curator, can you please read Susan Dolan's chat if you don't
The
mind?
wonderful, fantastic, and amazing, and significantly beautiful person named Susan Dolan says, other than Lolita, The Hatter's Castle, Disney 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and the animated cricket on the hearth with Danny and Marlo Thomas and the Telltale Heart. Marlo Thomas was in something Disney? That girl?
He was in the Telltale Heart. Holy fuck, I forgot. Wow.
Bob
idea.
Saget.
Danny and Marlo Thomas?
No
Oh,
idea what that
interesting.
is.
Because that's her dad, Danny Thomas and her dad. By the way, rumored around Hollywood, legend goes, Danny Thomas was into a feces fetish where he liked to
Ew.
watch
With
people
Amber Heard.
defecate
Oh,
on a
that
glass
is
table and he would
gross.
watch from underneath.
I'm too
Oh,
sober for
on a
that.
glass
I like
table.
whiskey.
You know what? You saved it with the glass
I don't know if it's
table,
true.
to
It's
be
just that I
honest.
heard it. You know.
Well,
Amber Heard.
I appreciate the fact that he didn't want the feces on him and he wanted to
No, it was a
observe
glass
it.
table, preferably, right?
Yep, I've seen the video.
Oh.
I mean, I've seen.
So at
some of
least
it.
you've
Pop,
heard of it.
we're on the
So,
same
Spidey,
page
you've heard
on
of
this
that?
one, right? We agree the glass table is a good idea, right?
It's a good
Well, not-
idea.
We have some common ground.
I actually
Okay,
prefer The Last Blanket by Johnny Depp. Never mind. Moving on.
I don't know.
So,
what that is.
so Spidey, you heard of that?
Turd.
No. Yeah, with glass table. Yes, I've heard of it. I've been to Amsterdam a few times.
What? Oh, well, 'cause I
I
don't.
love
usually when I bring that up,
Amsterdam.
nobody even knows who Danny Thomas is. So when I bring it up,
Oh,
they're
no, I
like,
don't know
"Oh."
who Danny Thomas
He's
is.
Marlo Thomas's father and Phil Donahue's father-in-law.
He had a big nose. Yeah, he had.
also-
He made Andy Griffith star. He was like
Yeah.
the producer and creator of the Andy Griffith Show. We all have heard of the Andy Griffith Show. We haven't heard of
Yep.
Danny
Father Knows
and all
Best.
that. Yeah, we haven't heard
Now-
of that because he faded into obscurity.
Now,
But,
I want to ask you,
What
Pop,
he created was he's more known for.
on this topic that you just brought up. The backdoor pilot that consists of birthing Mayberry and Andy Griffith from Father Knows Best. Is that our first true sequel, or is it kind of too asterisk to call a sequel?
I have to see it. If I've seen it,
You know,
it's
it's
been a
I'm
long
sorry.
time.
Let me rephrase it. A spin-off. A spin-off. Is it a real spin-off? Is a backdoor pilot a real spin-off to you? No wrong answer.
That sounds like your
that's-
self problem backdoor. But
It would have to be specific to the show, and I'd have to see it. Now, when it comes to the Andy Griffith Show, I don't know. I'd have to see it. I don't remember if I've seen it. If
It's
so,
a
it's been years.
backdoor pilot.
I
from
can
Danny
say
Thomas.
this much about Andy Griffith.
Oh, wait a
I
second.
can
You're talking about an
listen-
episode of the Danny Thomas Show that had Andy
Right.
Griffith on it.
that
playing,
actually birthed Andy Griffith.
yes.
That's their
Right.
pilot.
I
Right,
can
right, I had to
whistle
think
that
for a
Wait,
second.
whole
hold on.
Just like-
I want to hear what Pop thinks. Go
Just
ahead.
like Happy Days was birthed from a Love American style
Right.
episode.
Well, I think it was birthed from a Love American style episode, but then they like fused in a lot of American Graffiti.
Well, of course they did because American Graffiti was popular
Tony,
at the time.
can you read
I'm
this? please?
glad you concur with me, Pop.
Tony Montana.
Can I read this?
Yes, please.
Let's
Hey,
see
Tony.
here.
And hello, Captain Affinity. I saw him in the chat. Good to
Let's
see
see
you.
here. Do we need an impersonation? Why not Zoidberg, maybe? When people ask Doomcock to do a Christopher Walken accent, he says, look up Cardinal Sin. This is correct information, yes?
Mm-hmm. I'd say that is correct as well.
My sources can confirm.
Tim, you do impersonations, don't you?
I can neither confirm nor deny, but I can do Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, can you read Ray Lucard in Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Do it.
I can do it now, or do you
Ow.
want me to do it later? I can, if you wanted me to do it now, just say it. If you want to do it now, I can
Do it
it
now.
Yeah.
now or later. Now or later.
Yeah. I'm picking up. Yeah.
Says, don't forget, angels in heaven can't wait.
Heaving can wait. Heaving can wait. Are you talking
can't
about the
wait, you gotta
episode
do
with
it now.
That's a Disney movie.
Now, not
Hey,
later.
Oni. Hey,
No,
Oni.
Heaving can wait. Isn't that the one with Michael Landon?
He's
Yeah.
the choir boy. Choir boy
Yeah.
committed to me.
Hey,
Choir
good.
boy.
No, that's Highway to Heaven.
Oh, that's right. Highway to
Hey,
Heaven. That's
Oni.
right. Thank
Hey,
you.
Oni. I got a question for you, Oni. Hey. How are you going to solve the water problem in California?
Sylvester Stallone. Is that Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Adrian. How's Adrian doing?
No. You're supposed to be Oni.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
Arnold now. I was not ready, so now I'm Arnold now.
Yeah.
Not later. So let's
Are you
talk
going to help
about
the water
Alpha
problem
Road.
or not?
I don't know how you do it. You did this. I'm
Yeah?
wrestling movie. I'm wrestling movie.
Yeah?
Gosh, you'll never have the Terminator, but you have Rocky. It's not even your own franchise. And now,
No, I'm
Wow.
asking you a real question.
I
You're the
wish you could
governor of
admit-
California. I want to know how you going to fix the water problem.
well, sorry, I'm fixing the throat because I'm smoking too many
Hey.
cigars because I was the
That's
governor.
enough of these. Admiralty, please
Who's your
read Tiger
captain?
Stripes.
What does he
Yeah.
do? Who's your
Tiger
captain? What
Stripe.
does he do?
Tiger Stripes in our chat says, "That's Susan Dillon. I watched Hatter's Castle decades ago on TV. I had mad teenage crush on James Mason."
Oh,
You might as well follow it up.
And she continues, "At Susan Dillon, Mason was also notable for taking the lead opposite Judy Garland in A Star is Born. No one in that era wanted to play an alcoholic." Yeah, great insights, and I agree, Tiger Stripes.
What does she mean by that?
There is a lot of pejoratives to being an alcoholic, and being an alcoholic is a very subjective thing. And I would ask all of our audience to disabuse Admiral Teague for his ignorance now, as he speaks for
was it-
himself. I don't speak for Canadian Spider-Man or anyone else. I'm just going to say it for myself. The history of addiction is that in most countries, and I don't know about Canada, but in most countries, and I know England is one of them, what Americans call alcoholism is called selfishness, for lack of a better term, or lack of moral fiber. Is that the exact term? It's very pejorative and it's very mean. And it's the last thing you need to hear if you're struggling with a substance. As Admiral Teague struggles through the four Jamesons to speak. But the point is this: listen, alcoholism is not a disease in the classical sense. And when people use it in a medical analogy, it becomes quite volatile. Because honestly, like, if let's say someone on this panel was an alcoholic and I sat next to him on the bus, would I then become an alcoholic because I picked up the bacillus?
Not if
There's
you've had
no-
your vaccinations. No.
Well, the other thing is this: only America certifies alcoholism as a real disease, because only in America do you have to have private health care to get treated for alcoholism. And I don't know what this says about us or anyone else, and I'm not making judgments. I'm reporting things. And that's what makes me unpopular, but that's what makes the people who are part of my channel, sorry to say it, so loyal. That I will say what needs to be said. You know what? There's a lot of things going on, and some of them are wrong. End of story.
And can
Good to
you
see
read this
Again,
one,
I just want to
Pops?
say this, Pops. It's good to see you. And I'm
It is. Captain Finney says hello.
You too, everybody. Every moment that I'm able to spend with you guys is the world to me. Believe me. My goodness. I thought about when I was in the hospital the other day. Is you start to realize, what you're missing.
Mhm.
So I'm going to start appreciating every day by day, because you guys mean more to me than the people that I deal with, 3-dimensional characters in my life. They really don't care. Everybody's just there to hustle. They have their own lives. And what everybody has done for me is more than anybody has ever done. Most of the people who donated are struggling from paycheck to paycheck.
Oh, believe me, I
So I
can't.
don't understand.
I'm
It's
gonna be
like,
honest.
I'm so.
I'm drunk, but I'll be
Ah.
honest. I put my
Mhm.
Legionnaire Patreon status on hold for Doomcock and gave you
Ah.
that $10.
Yep.
Well, thank
That's-
you.
you gotta spread it around.
Because of all you guys, I can sleep tonight, and I know I don't have to worry about being evicted tomorrow, and that means a
Nice.
lot to me, because that's all I can think about the last few days.
Captain
I'm gonna
Finney
pray
said
for you.
So it's humbling.
And-
It's humbling, but I'll be honest.
And
It's all
Pop,
about family.
and Pop, if there's any song in my repertoire that I can perform that you would like me to do for you at any point, at any time, you have but to ask.
It's raining men.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. Raining cats and dogs.
You know
Sorry,
what?
you shouldn't
Britney
ask me
Spears,
that question. That's going to be my default question. That's my
Pop,
default.
would you
I'm just
sing us a
kidding.
song? I would love
I don't-
to hear
I
you
don't-
sing
Is
for
Captain
us.
Infinity?
There's two things I'm lacking. First of all, it's the voice and it's the lung power.
Chris
You know what?
Longfellow's
I'd be
here.
like,
And
I
I
would
just
need
wanna-
Chris!
between each word.
Is that your Katie Moraine? You have a very beautiful child.
I just want to say to our viewers,
more supplements to build up your muscles, because
There you go.
if you start doing
There
that, you feel like you're
You're doing
coming
it
all
better,
the time. Like you
yeah.
go in the gym and in front of, when you get the pump, you feel like you're coming. It's the best.
I love that bit.
Okay, that's
And when you're on stage in front of
Do
thousands
Do you know?
of
Do you
people,
know?
you're
Do you know any
coming all
lines
the
from
time.
Hercules
That's
from New
best
York?
feeling in the world. I just can't say any more
Good to see you,
about
Chris.
it.
Do you know any
I'm
lines
coming
from
now,
Hercules in
sorry.
New York? Please say yes.
Geez, kids,
Sure.
at home right now
No.
because I'm coming.
Ah,
We're
the poor
coming.
Arnold
Just we're
Stang.
having a good conversation, talking about it right now. Wow.
I didn't know Hercules in New York was a movie.
Wow.
Yes, starring
good.
Arnold Stang. And that guy named Arnold Schwarzenegger.
what happened was someone who was not quite Andy Warhol shot a Gonzo movie, and I guess they had enough money to get Arnold to be in it, but it's not a very good movie. But I would say it's an interesting watch. See Hercules in New York. See it.
Chris? I'll watch it if I have time. Tiger Stripe says, Chris Longfellow, hey ho. Hey, no name calling. No name calling.
It wasn't.
I'm
No,
gonna
she
say-
was going, "Hey ho!" Not
I'm-
No name
Joey.
calling.
I'm gonna put a label on Pop
Stories
Culture
on the
Curator. You ready? I'm not gonna do anything to dox him or nothing, but like after the show, a couple of times, Pop has turned on his camera, and I want to tell everyone out there, Pop Culture Curator is a deeply handsome guy.
No, I didn't get a
Like
chance.
you
to
are
change it.
missing out.
No, I'm surprised because I accidentally exposed myself and I got donations anyway. Maybe that was out of sympathy.
I think you're a handsome guy, and I don't
I
know
am the
why
only
you use
person
an
on this panel
avatar.
that is ugly. That is the reason why I wear a
I
helmet.
didn't shave. My hair's all messed up. I didn't
Yeah.
expect that.
Did you
Well,
promise
right-
nudes? Is that how you got all the money? Did you
When I
promise to
saw
send
you a
nudes?
couple of months back and nothing had been known yet, you looked absolutely great, and I was like, "Guy's damn
I'm
handsome
having another drink with you.
in a Latino American Indian way," which is my godson.
Oh, okay.
And so,
Okay.
Chris
Well,
Longfellow in the
I'll
chat
try to
says, "Hi,
find a
love you, Tiger
Latino
Stripes."
American way and let them know about that.
Jim's
Well, I
landscape.
mean,
There's
I
Captain
share
Prentice
DNA
here.
with both, so I think it's
That
okay
means
to
that
say
Captain
it.
D's and Captain Morgan cannot be far behind, Jimbo.
Susan Dolan says, "Admiral Teague, hail."
Blink in the bottle.
Hail,
That softens
Susan
the
Captain
Dolan.
blow
Infinity
on
says,
everything.
"Pop culture called it." And what is Captain Infinity's avatar? I wish I could figure. I mean, obviously it's a busty.
That
A hot-
is, I
A
believe,
hot maid
Jessica
in a
from his
French
comic.
outfit.
That's Jessica.
And
Listen,
I
I-
have to say that my nurse at the hospital the other night did not look like that, but no complaining. She was very sweet and nice.
I
No.
think you should get a stronger
Trust-
avatar.
honestly, I
That's
wouldn't-
just a
If
personal
I had a nurse
opinion.
that looked like
Finity.
that, and if I had a nurse that looked like that, and they said, "I'm going to poke a needle in your arm," I'd say, "No, thanks."
Heaven
No,
Can Wait
no.
was a remake with Warren Beatty. Really?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly,
that's
right.
true. There's a
Was
David. Is
after
it David
Roger
Niven?
Rabbit or
Pop?
before?
It was
Pop
an
culture
extreme
curator's
box
gonna know
office
this.
disaster. It almost put the company out of business. It was a
I was
big.
gonna say
But
yeah,
what
right.
was the original movie from like post World War
the
II
30s,
with
Gene
like?
Kelly or something, the original. But
Yeah,
the one,
you'll know this stuff.
But the one with Warren Beatty, though, it almost put the studio out of business because it lost a lot of money. Warren Beatty is known for making a lot of big box office disasters. Reds, anybody?
Yeah, exactly.
His
Dick
car,
Tracy.
his car,
Okay,
Dick Tracy.
yeah.
No, Dick Tracy did okay, didn't it?
No, it broke a
Moderate, fair
studio. That was the end
Really?
of a studio.
Oh, it was a big
Yeah.
deal. Okay.
Someone else picked it up half made. It broke the first studio.
Right. And then Carly Simon wrote a song about him, or that was before.
Tim, I
Well,
have
that
a
was
question for you,
before,
brother.
but it's a good song, and Mick Jagger is
With
the
your
backup singer
Arnold-
on that.
With your Arnold and my Sly, we should make a YouTube Expendables.
Ooh. That'd be
Let's do
awesome.
it now, not later. Do it now.
I'll play
We can do
Spider-Man.
that. We can do
Yeah,
the
we could
Expendables
do it,
again.
do
I
it,
think we
yeah,
can make a profit off of it. We could do it now. And you got Detective John Kimball, and you got Rocky Rambo. We can do it.
Can you? Can you?
Listen, take it from another person who knows what it's like to get that good pump going. Makes you feel like you're coming. You'll have a very good Annie.
Yeah, when I'm on stage in front of thousands of people, and I'm always coming. It's like I'm coming all the time. I know we're coming on stage.
Yeah.
We're coming when we're pumping. We're coming while we're talking.
Absolutely,
Everyone's
yeah.
coming in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I just want to say, everybody, get down.
Boy!
No!
Head for the chopper.
Get to the.
Get to the chopper! Run!
Tiger Stripes in the chat. Pop culture curator, can you read this, please, from Tiger Stripes?
Tiger Stripes in the chat says yes, but surprisingly, it was not a remake of the first Heaving Can Wait, but of Here Comes Mr. Jordan. And yes, Tiger Stripes is correct.
Okay, right.
And by the way, the only reason why I say Heaving Can Wait is because I still remember the Mad Magazine parody, which was far better than the movie, and it was called Heaving Can Wait.
I just
My
want to say
favorite
it's not a
Mad
tumor.
Magazine parody has to
Not
be
tumor.
the one that they did for American Graffiti. That
Oh
was
yes,
fucking
yes.
funny.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
good old Mad Magazine.
I've
yes.
still not seen that movie. I know Doomcock just reviewed it for.
Oh man, dude! it's
I
a
need
good
to see
movie.
it. I know it's got Harrison Ford. It's got all those. People.
Yeah.
Yep.
Harrison Ford when he was just a carpenter, and George Lucas said, "I need you."
I need you for my Star Wars movie.
I build stuff and I've not yet been asked to be in a movie. I think.
Cindy
You has a better
Williams.
George. Teague has a better George.
It's not a
I
tumor.
may have
tumor.
gone a bit too far in a few places.
Oh, but today's standards, most people would be bored out of their minds watching it. So it was a thing of its time, I would say. Now you might not like it so much. You might give it a mixed
mean,
review.
Well, I
Movies
mean,
back
can I
then
say
had
something
more
quickly
pages.
about Star Wars 1977? Is there anyone here except me and Pop who saw it in a theater? Wasn't it and it was a life-changing event. I will remember when we got gas that night. I mean, I remember where we saw the movie, and I
was
remember the
5 years
other,
old.
That's not a way to treat your audience.
You
The
get
other
fired
way
by
to-
the
and the
cocaine
other movie
thing,
playing at this
now.
new concept called the multiplex. The first time I'd ever been to one
Right.
was The Goodbye Girl and Marathon Man. I think were the other movies on the
Is
marquee.
it safe? Is it safe?
You know what? That's a good movie. But I remember seeing A New Hope for the first time in theaters
No,
as a
it's just
sentient
called Star
adult.
Wars.
It was called Star Wars, right? No New Hope.
I am. You guys are correct, but
They would not cast Arnold in that.
does
film.
was anyone else did anyone else here
got
achieve
Arnold Wow.
But I think me and Pop Culture Curator are the only ones here who could say that that's within our living memory.
It's not a living memory of mine, but I
remember the
have a
lineups.
copy of the original cut before they put A New Hope on it.
Yes, I
remember the
saw
lineups.
that. I saw it in 1977 when it came out, and I was just old enough to understand
The
it. And
Biggest
Star Trek
scream-
helped me understand it because there was Star Trek stuff in there.
I will say, King Kong Cop is underrated. And it's actually better than Star Wars because there's better lines.
Jingle
There's a
All the
line that
Way.
says girls have
That was
vaginas
my
and
favorite
men have
movie.
penises, and people forgot that now.
Tim, you are the best Schwarzenegger I've heard in a long time, and the way you're
kidding.
able to keep on maintaining it is incredible.
Do me a favor,
Tony's
Tim.
good, but Tony, you need
Yeah,
to take
it's
it
very
down a few
true.
octaves.
You know,
I
people
think.
forget
I
that
don't
about
know, an
Kingdom
octave or
Come.
something.
I need you
Cop.
to tell me something. Tell me about Jingle All the Way and if you have a Turbo Man.
I love that movie by far. I'll be honest.
All right,
I do
Rich.
love that movie.
All right,
Silver
I would
Mom,
like to hear
Frankie
everybody on the
Beverly.
panel, starting with me, say this line from Ray Lucard. I'll start, and we'll go around clockwise. Tony, and then Admiral, and then Pop Culture, and finish with Tim. Your best Arnie impersonation. Okay. I'll start. Get to the chopper. That was horrible.
No!
Tony.
Get to the chopper! Run!
Okay, Admiral.
Get to the chopper.
He's Swedish a little bit, but okay. Pop Culture Curator, what can you do?
I embarrass myself if I try.
Perfect. I just did. Go
Right.
for it.
I'm sorry. I can't. And I won't. And there's certain
You
voices
can't
I can
read?
do.
You
Of
can
course I
read.
can. Of course I can read.
Read.
But I
Wait,
can't-
I'm the
I
one who
do
can't
it
read,
on-
okay? I'm the
Get to
idiot
the
here.
chopper, but it's like
Good to see you again, Ranker Steve.
I
You
don't
want
want
to
to. Yeah, it's
We'll
like
finish
I,
up with
I'm not
Tim.
good at, unless I can practice.
Fair
I
enough.
don't want to burn
Fair
my
enough. All right, we'll finish off with
Well,
Tim.
let me get something straight. I'm the idiot here, okay? Don't fucking muscle in on my territory, okay?
Unless I knew I could sound just like him, I
There's
won't
enough
bother.
Up, yo. We got the
There's
cum.
enough room
Like,
for,
we
for
all get
many
the cum.
idiots
There's enough
in
room
this
for
stream.
the cum.
Go ahead, Tim. Finish off that.
Wow. Get to the chopper. No. I don't know if I don't know.
Oh my God, I think I
Iron
beat
Man
him.
maybe
I
did it
beat
better,
him.
but-
I beat
I
him.
think
Who
you did, Tony.
is your daddy and
Get
what
to the
does he
chopper.
do?
No.
The chopper.
Already
Run!
got Father Poopa.
Is it safe? It's not safe. Hey, Rancor Steve is here. Hey.
Hey, Rancor Steve, good to see you.
And
You
Rancor
can hear
Steve.
Ranker
You guys
Steve
know how to
on
use
my
screens.
channel, Saving Star Trek.
Well,
I
you
think
have
I'm
the
better at
links
Fluid
if you wanted
Talk,
to
but
join.
Mexican or Iron Man is better at like Pacific quotes, but I'm better at flowing the conversation, I would say.
Did you just
Oh.
call me Mexican Iron
I
Man?
don't know.
Please.
Sorry.
Everyone loves
My
Ranker
bad,
Steve.
My
You
bad.
know what?
No, I'm regular
Mexican,
Iron
Canadian,
Man.
Iron
You're
Man,
right.
Iron Man.
My
He
bad,
develops
man.
the guacamole launchers and the chicken rabbit taco missiles and
The
the
rabbit. Yeah.
Whatever.
yeah,
You know,
I love Mexican Iron Man. I love
yeah.
you,
Like I
You know
just
what?
do the regular stuff.
I love Mexican Iron Man, but you know what I love about Ranker Steve is that when
Yeah.
people start coming after me, he'll just call me up and tell me, you know, he's got my six, and
Yeah,
he's
he
great
does.
for that. He's a really nice person.
Ranker Steve's
He's
got
extremely
my six too, yeah.
supportive, and you know, everyone would be wise to subscribe to Manorama.
He is a good
on Rumble,
man.
which will be in the chat in just a moment.
Ranker Steve is the definition of a good man.
You know what? People who take exception to the things he says, I have to reassess that person. If you're not okay with Ranker Steve, like, are you really okay?
Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay, baby? I'm a smooth criminal. Pop, how do you feel about Michael Jackson?
He's a pedophile, and the people that listen to his music saying, "I know he's a pedophile, but I like his music." Well, that means then apparently you
was
are
he
all
ever
for it.
convicted? Was he ever convicted?
Oh,
okay,
yeah. You
okay,
know
wait,
what?
hold
I
on.
believe in
Wait,
due
let
process.
me answer
but,
that.
yeah.
How can they be convicted when they're buying off the people who are trying to sue them?
Well, that is how our system works. And if you're not convicted,
Yes, it
you're
is,
innocent.
isn't it? Yes, it is.
I mean,
Maybe he. You know what? Maybe
if
he
you're
didn't.
tried in the court of public media.
Okay, there's an entire investigation. Okay, I need to try to find it. It's probably been scrubbed from the internet, but what it was is there's an entire report of everything they found in his house afterwards, and he had all this porn with kids and horror porn. I'd never heard of it before. Horror porn.
What?
What, buddy?
And
Horror
so
porn. Apparently, he
none
would
of
show
that-
kids. Okay, I'd never heard of it before.
No, maybe.
But
we
apparently,
don't-
in his bedroom, they found pedophilia and images with him and child porn. But they also found, I guess, it was something called horror porn, which is a mixture of horror and porn. I'd never heard of it before.
Oh, okay.
If everybody's like of age of consent, horror porn sounds in a weird way slightly appealing.
Well, yeah, but not if you're sleeping with 10-year-old kids and 8-year-olds.
No, I'm talking about an oil painting of people who don't
Even his,
exist.
even his
no
kid-
real
even his
person
kids-
can be hurt.
Yeah, but even his kids are test tube babies because he's not going to have sex with Lisa Marie Presley. I mean, come on.
I would have.
I do not.
But his was an arranged public marriage because he was trying to cover up what was going on.
Papa, can I ask you a question about Lisa Marie Presley?
My left side.
I could try to answer it.
Well, just about your experience. Do you remember her being born? Were you old enough to remember hearing that Elvis had a baby?
What?
I was born in the 60s. I better remember, yes. I remember her reaching maturity and getting married and all that.
I was born in the 60s too, but I only became aware of Lisa Marie in 1975.
The trick to doing a good Yoda, Tim. The trick to doing a good Yoda is first doing a good Frank Oz.
Frank Oz, I want to say, is a fucking genius, and it's sad with the way he's been treated and abandoned ever since they sold the Muppet property to Disney. And he even had the interview where he says they don't even want to talk to me now. It's a disgrace. Poor man.
Oh wow!
You gotta say it like this, Tim. You gotta go.
Help you, I can. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Can you do a Yoda voice and read this, please, Tony?
Was never convicted. Michael Jackson was.
Oprah.
One who
Oprah.
was old stuff. Michael Jackson with. Yes.
But I feel like there's a difference between the OG trilogy and the prequel trilogy, right? Like it's more goofified, like
OJ trilogy,
right? Like
Did I
when we
miss
look at
something?
the trilogy, but then like when we look at the OG trilogy, it's not as goofy.
Oh,
Like,
OG,
mine
not
says,
the OJ.
like-
Okay.
Not OJ. No, there's
He's
no
like-
white Ford
he's like-
Bronco here.
He's like, no.
Did you guys all watch that car chase live? I
Yeah,
watched that.
I'll point out that Ranker Steve is essentially correct here.
The whole world was
Yes.
watching that live on every. At the time, we had 3 networks, and they were all.
Yeah.
It was on every
In
network.
fact, wasn't that the origin of CNN? Didn't CNN start
Yes.
just to follow
Oh, yes.
OJ?
Yes,
I think.
No, it's Court TV.
I remember calling
OG.
friends and saying,
Right.
"Are you watching TV?" No. Well, turn it on. Which channel? It doesn't matter. Just turn it on. You'll see it. That was the first time you could say that.
Yeah, that's right.
Rest
That's
in
right.
peace, Jerry Springer.
CNN started for the Gulf War, the original one, right, with George W. Sr., I think. Maybe.
Oh, he knew a lot about aliens. Ronald Reagan said, "Tell me about it." He said, "You don't have the priority. You don't have the know-how, the security clearance." He had more security clearance than Ronald Reagan, even though he was the vice president.
Rancor Steve disagrees. He says it's never been proven that he did.
Proven it never was.
Okay, well, okay. Okay. No, he slept with little kids, but no, nothing's ever been proven because that's totally normal. We all do that, right? Right.
Not so much. Okay, we are. Oh, well, we've made it past an hour, folks. That's
You make
fantastic.
it like
And
a
it is
green
damn near
Milestone.
midnight.
So
We
time
have-
to celebrate.
It is damn near midnight. The 29th is coming past. So
Well, I was about to say, are we cutting it? I hope not. I got another hour in me at least.
oh my
Oh,
god,
that's what she said.
Where the fuck are you that it's midnight?
she never said that. I'm Vancouver time.
Confirmed.
5
Yeah,
hours
we're,
east of Vancouver.
Teague and I
Same
share
here.
the time
I'm
zone.
Pacific
It's 3
time.
o'clock
It's
here.
11:58 p.m. So yeah.
Yep, that's
Admiral
right.
Teague has
11:58.
been on.
Yes, sir.
Admiral
It's
Teague has
11
spent the
o'clock.
longest day on YouTube trying to do the right thing and be a good guy, and offering up theories on behalf of fans. But it's been like 17 out of 20 hours of the
Holy
day.
shit.
I don't know.
No,
Well, I mean,
we
we've s-
started. We started. I got on Jill's stream at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon prior. We've been doing this for 13 hours, T. You and I have been
This
doing
is
it
13
together
hours, you and me.
the
And
whole
we're
time.
trying to do the right thing for our buddy because, like, everybody should try to
Well,
help
let's-
out Pop Culture Curator. The link's right there. I believe it's pinned to the top of the chat. And he's a great
Oh,
guy.
thank you.
You know
I'll
what?
try to stick along. I'll try to stick around as long as I can.
Well, here's the thing. You never have to certify me as a Star Trek reviewer. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to look up to you anyway.
Teague, treat this as after hours. We're not promoting anymore. We're too tired for
I'm
that.
not promoting. I'm talking to
I'm
pop
sorry.
culture, man to man. And I think
No,
this
it's
is
good to have you all here.
very
happy.
honest and very direct. And I think that's the kind of thing that Pop Culture Curator appreciates because he's not about bullshit. So I'm saying that to you. I respect you, and I think you're a great Star Trek intellect. And if you don't feel like you should certify me, you have your own reasons. Go ahead.
That's not my position to certify anybody for anything.
I'm asking you if you think it's okay and there's room enough in the Final Frontier for my opinion too.
I accept all opinions.
Of course. Of course.
Thank you.
The thing I will not. The
There's
thing you
no
won't have.
gatekeepers here.
Right. The thing I won't do is when I disagree with your opinion, I won't personally attack. That's one thing I don't like when people do that.
Hello, Vegeta.
And I think that's why you're a class guy, and that's why you're someone I look up to, and
Yeah,
that's
it's no
why
personal attacks like, "Oh my God, you're fat and you're stupid, you're dumb."
I've
and
never
no, no.
said that
No,
on
I don't
my
do that.
show.
No, well, no.
I've
What
never
I'm saying
done it on
is,
my
I'll
show.
disagree with people,
We don't
but
want
I
that.
never
No,
resort
Pop
to the
Culture
immediate personal attacks like that horrible far left Twitter crowd.
Do you understand that I have always enjoyed the amount
Listen
of
here,
information
Vegeta.
you've been able
You
to
and I
impart
have
to
some
me?
unfinished business.
Pop, do you understand I've never not enjoyed when you've given information to me or set me straight, and I don't feel it as a challenge?
30th of May to
Well, that's great. I don't try to promote it like it's a competition, but yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. We haven't spoken a lot, but that's okay. Good.
No, I mean, like, why shouldn't we say things out loud, man to man? Like, we're men, and I'm gonna do something I don't usually do. I'm just saying this to
Okay.
you, man. I respect you. You're a great Star Trek intellect. You're a great Star Trek.
I don't
reviewer.
know. Honestly, TOS, I can tell you everything, but I know nothing about it. But I'm not TOS. I know.
Right
I
where
know
you
that,
are.
And I have an,
Listen here,
I ha-
Vegeta. We know you're a prima donna.
I have an issue with another Star Trek reviewer who would say that you are disqualified because you have to watch 735 episodes of Star Trek to be able to review it, in the opinion of some people. And I disagree. I think in about 200 episodes, you reach competence to judge any Star Trek story. And I'm at like 625, not that it matters, because it doesn't.
I only talk about TOS because that's all I care about. I'm not going to bother to even try to fake and lie and tell
Yeah.
people that I know about the other ones because I don't care. I unfortunately suffered through TNG when it first aired and gave up after that.
Yeah,
So
to
that's the extent of my Star Trek knowledge, and the way it is being treated now. I'm not a Star Trek or Star Wars fan anymore.
may I just say, on
Those are
behalf
a
of
far
our
past, it's a distant
Oh,
past.
on behalf of our audience who may be younger, this is like someone who just simply doesn't
That's
like
some nice
enter-
digs you got there, Canadian Spider-Man. You live in
Like that?
flush all of a sudden.
I want that
wait,
house. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah, I love the house. What Pop Culture Curator is saying is not much different from someone who just hates the show Enterprise.
No,
It's not,
I
it's
didn't
not
say that.
controversial at all.
No, I didn't
No,
say that. I'm
I'm
just saying the
saying it's
further
not
they got away.
controversial.
Oh,
No, the further they got
don't
away
pick
from
on
TOS,
Enterprise. I like Enterprise.
the further they got away
I
from
like it too.
TOS,
Remember the World War II episode? Those were
never
the
mind.
days.
No, sorry. Go ahead, Pop. Please. We want to hear
No,
your
it's
thoughts.
cool.
No,
I
please
like to
go
listen
ahead.
to. The further they got away from TOS is when they stopped hiring science fiction writers, and it was just a group of a committee around a table who writing the same episodes every week. So I don't try to claim to be an expert on TNG or Voyager or Enterprise or DS9 because they were soap operas at that point in my mind. I can't stand subplots. And so I was done. And so I'm not going to claim to try to be an expert on the other shows. So
Here's
if you
what
want to talk about TOS, sure, I'll talk about it. But, with the other shows, if you ask me questions, like I said, TNG, I saw when it first aired. I remember it vaguely, and I didn't like it. But with the other shows, I couldn't answer a single question. I don't know who was on what. I don't know TNG or DSG or UFO or whatever. No.
No.
Sorry, that's just me.
Spider-Man, may I ask one more question on your channel?
Absolutely.
Pop, since we're talking to you and about you, and I want to say that everybody would be wise to kind of stick to pop culture curators' opinions on Star Trek and filter them through your own, because we're all going to have.
Well, they're still allowed to have their
individual
own.
view.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, you have an opinion worth considering on these shows. And the work that he's done with Anti-Derivative Jill is absolutely amazing. And I've been honored to be a part of it a couple of times. But between you and me, I'm just going to say this. Maybe in a strange way, as Star Trek fans, we've been our own worst enemies. Because if Enterprise had worked, this whole JJ thing might never have happened.
I'm sending out a shout out to
I don't
Molecular
understand,
Arts in
but
the chat.
okay.
Welcome.
Molecular Arts, good to see you.
I am Mr. Perfect.
And I don't see. I've heard of that. I don't know what Mr. Perfect is. Would you explain that?
I am the perfect life form, much to Vegeta's chagrin. And in fact, this is a good time to plug my Crooner Cell Games karaoke on June 25th. If no person can beat me in the arena of singing lounge lizard music, I'll blow up the entire solar system. Back to you, Canadian Spider-Man. Enjoy your last month of being alive.
I'd
Okay.
like to ask another question to Pop. Where are you on Nexus theory of it's a fan theory, it's not binding.
But I'm not interested, and I don't know about it, and I don't care to comment on it if that's okay, unless it's canon.
Well, what it is a lot of people believe
I know what
that
I know.
when
You just heard my answer. I don't want to hear it. No thanks. No offense.
Once
Not-
again,
You're
are you
not going to
taking
indulge
part?
in
right,
theories,
because it's
okay.
like when you tell people.
If you really
You
want
tell
to take
people
my
I-
strength,
Wait, hold on. I want to
Stand
hear this.
right
Everyone hear
where
this.
you
I'm
are.
just saying, right, when you tell people, no thanks, I'm not aware and I don't care, but they go ahead and tell you anyway. It's like, no thanks.
Do you,
I haven't even heard of it.
I think, well, the
I don't know
Nexus
anything about
theory
Well,
it.
is
go ahead
quite-
and share it for the other guys, but
I will
unless
share it
it's
for the other
canon.
guys, and no one has to weigh in unless they want to. Okay, it's democracy. Nexus theory is simply this, and it's disproved if you believe in Enterprise, which some people don't, but I do. So to me, Nexus theory is fun thing for the fans, but the Nexus theory is this: we put both Picard and Kirk into an infinite dream machine, correct? And we are told
Right.
this dream machine will upgrade to match your fantasies, and you'll never know that you left it in bad dialogue that should have been thought over more. And then we find out, kind of in a weird way, that we can infinitely re-upload Picard and Kirk from the Nexus. And a lot of people say this: once the middle of Generations happens, or where not the middle where Kirk goes in, but the part where Picard joins the Nexus,
Right. Yeah.
maybe all Star Trek ends there, and like the movie First Contact is a lot like what actually happened, but it's Picard's dream of it in the Nexus. Because First
Ah.
Contact did go
Ah.
down a lot like he thought, which would mean it all hinges on an episode of Enterprise, but we have to be interpretive about that Enterprise episode. So those of us who are more holistic 6605 Star Trek fans have a different view of this, and I don't expect to be respected for it. And I understand that it makes some people angry and uncomfortable, but that's my Star Trek theory that I will advance on behalf of the fans. And I don't know if it's true, but I do want to talk about it with people.
Fair enough. Okay. On that note, I think streamed a lot tonight, and getting near the end of the night.
I am
So
beat. Nice Vegeta, by the way, Tim. I hope you enjoyed my cell.
Thank you for having me on here, Spidey.
yo, anytime, pop culture curator, anytime, you're more than welcome. And Tim, you're always on at this time. Do you stream in the morning, or are you only on at night?
Speak up before I take your Vegeta voice from you. Vegeta! Vegeta!
In a roundabout way, we have an answer to your question, Canadian
All right.
Spider-Man.
No, I've been saying a little bit later because I am Batman.
I'm Batman, but also Vegeta. Martha, I must revenge her. Tell me about how you're the Prince of all Saiyans.
Martha!
When I'm not hanging out with
Vegeta
my
in the ring.
Raylos on TikTok because the word, I'm hanging out here on the internet, the ether, hanging out with my gangster friends. We're all gangster here in Hood. So, you're the realest MFGs on the planet, on the side of the universe. But check me out on Tim's Talk. There's nothing really coming out, to be honest. So I think the next thing
You're still doing gaming streams, Tim?
Yeah, we've been doing
I often see you gaming.
Yeah, like trying to fill in spaces. Like I'm looking for a crew to like Fortnite. You can play on any platform. I'm trying to get a team together for that. Maybe not the Avengers of the Justice League or Z Fighters, but we'll call ourselves something different.
Something cool.
Send me a link to your profile name, Tim. And
All
at
right.
some point, I will join you. It'll be with the Xbox, but
No,
I'm
it's
pretty
cool.
good with sticks.
That's what she said. But yeah, check me out on Instagram. Like I'm taking a break from Twitter because, like, with the whole mermaid stuff and the Aragon stuff, I just check me out on Discord.
Why don't you
Instagram, and
just
TikTok,
send me some kind of communique to reach out to you?
Yeah. And, all my links are on my channel too. But yeah, I'll reach out to all of you all. But the next big thing I plan on covering Into the Spider-Verse 2. I actually did really like the first one. So I will cover that. I'll probably do it on a Monday night to cover the box.
Have you seen it yet, Tim?
The second one, I have not. I have not.
I heard it was dark and really dark, and I hope that's not true.
Oh, dang.
Hopefully not, because I enjoyed the first one. So
yeah, same. And then obviously Mermaid. I don't feel like people don't want to hear me talking about that. But then like Fast 10, I'm never a real big family fan.
No, me neither. No, I'm aware of them.
But I am looking forward to the Flash movie. I know Ezra. I don't agree with what he's done, but like there's a lot of other people that worked on set. Editing and just like filming. So I don't want to discount that project. It sucks at this point because this thing was already shot and edited before like any of that. Like
here on that. It put a small city to work.
Yeah. So
Right,
I will go
right.
see that. But then other than that, just like we don't have Ahsoka come out till the fall. Normally I cover Star Wars stuff. I love The Boys. I covered that. That's not coming out till like a while. I don't know when the next season of that is coming out. House of the Dragon's not coming out till next summer. Love that show.
Right.
So I think what I'm going to end up doing, I was kind of talking about earlier about doing like more breakdown videos when I actually watch something or something new. I'll do like breakdowns per episode and then maybe do like short form. If it's going to do short form on channel, it's not going to be cosplay. We're going to move that over the Tim Possible channel. So I have 2 different channels, because what I've noticed that, yeah, I had one of my cosplay videos go kind of semi-viral, but it doesn't mean that it brings like community or people that actually watch the live streams. So it's like I'm kind of rethinking the whole process. Yeah, shorts can be lucrative, but make sure.
I wonder how much of that is due to the algorithm. Though.
So yeah, it does help.
If it was working properly, you would think that you would reap some sort of benefit from having a viral short.
Yeah, like my video hit 1.4 million views, but the thing is, my
what did you just say? Sorry,
1.4 million views.
Jesus Christ on a hockey stick.
Yeah, so yeah, but the thing is, man, the thing
and that
is,
didn't benefit you're telling me 1.5 million views didn't
It gave
benefit
him
your
about
channel.
100 subscribers.
it gave me more than that. My account went from 1,000 followers. Once I hit 1,000, it like skyrocketed up to 2.9 thousand.
Wow! Congratulations.
Thank you. But like, I'm just trying to study the algorithm. I'm not seeing them correct on this. It's just like I'm observing, and just like what's that old saying? If you do something and repeatedly and expect the same results, it's a lunacy.
The definition
right?
of insanity.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to learn, and maybe I'll redact of what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of like, hey, let's try this for this short period of time, and then maybe I'll come back to that. But like, I do want to do like interview style segment, like where I have like bring on like all like individually, and get to actually know people. And I think it's awesome. And I there's a lot of people on Canadian's channel that I don't normally get to stream with, and I think it's excellent.
Well, you show up whenever I am streaming, Tim. You're there, so it's not often, but you're usually there. So thanks for that. I appreciate it.
I try to be, man. I try to be on your left when I can. So thanks for having me on, man. Won't take any more of everyone's time. Thanks everyone in the chat. Love you all 3,000. I'll smash the like button, by the way.
That's cute.
Thanks
I love
for
that.
being here. And moving along, Tony, do you want to promote what you've got going on in the near future?
Well,
Tony, Cell, Vegeta, Arnold Schwarzenegger. What voice can't you do?
I'm sorry, man. It's just that's like my one gimmick outside of making stuff and programming virtual intelligences and being my local Iron Man and a bartender and somebody who can sing. And you know what? Let's just skip that. Long story short, I do have some things coming out of the pipeline. I will be opening a Patreon with a $2 tier only.
Right.
I am activating the Rebuilding Stark Industries, building the business platform support system. A $3 tier will be available for upgrade at 300 subscribers, at 500, $5, at 1,010, so on and so forth. I am introducing into my channel lore an arch nemesis, to whom which will have a video introduction. I am bringing back Stark Saturday Matinee. I don't know if it's going to be every Saturday or every other Saturday, but it's going to be me doing a lot more voices, a lot more songs, a lot more skits, a lot more solo stuff. The Sunday streams will always be there. And I am doing a Stark Tower After Hours Rumble exclusive show where we can really, really cut loose and do whatever we want. Awesome. And yes, the I Died for This series, where I will start with Marvel Phase 4 and go forward with Black Widow, all the way up to whatever they'll have out whenever I'm caught up, to get a good practice in on doing good comprehensive reviews and commentaries and skits and bits with sidekicks and things of that nature. So lots of stuff coming out of the pipeline. I'm at 206 subscribers. I earned 15.
Nice.
15
Well
subscribers since the beginning of the weekend. I could not be more happy.
Man,
so
well,
as a result,
congratulations,
I am unlocking it all.
Very impressive, but it's not over 9,000, so.
Tell me about it.
All right, Will. Excuse me. We'll finish with Admiral Teague. Pop culture. If you want to promote, do you have anything to promote at all that you're working on?
I did my Lost in Space stream tonight. I have tomorrow I'll be on Jill's fantabulous TOS stream, Star Trek. That is, we'll be doing the Apple. And I usually have a horror stream on Tuesday night, but I wasn't able to prepare because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So tomorrow night we'll do a random horror stream where people can talk about their favorite horror sci-fi movies. And then Wednesday I'll pick up where I left off the last week or so with Gorilla's Random Thoughts, where we cover Gilligan's Island. And sometimes I do a random rumblings from the lab. And above everything and all and foremost, I want to thank everybody who's here and who helped support me.
God bless you.
You guys mean so much to me that it humbles me to the point you don't understand. And I don't know how I could ever repay you back.
We're
But
glad to have you as part of this community.
yeah, thanks to you guys. I have a roof
I use
over
the
my
C word.
head.
Sorry.
I owe you a song, Pop. I
Well, I
really
don't
do.
need white men telling me how to think about films. Oh, all right.
Yes.
Stop looking at my eyes, everybody. You're looking at my eyes. I know. Oh, that's why I wore this dress. Oh, gosh dang it. Sorry, I'm speaking out loud. But I don't need white 40-year-old
wow.
men. I love
Those
white
are-
men, but it's
Those are
whatever.
lovely eyes.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
those are
Oh,
awesome eyes.
I have the bestest eyes ever.
I'm sorry, but I'm a married man, and Peggy's the only one for me.
All right. In the chat, there's Admiral Teague on YouTube.
Well, come now. I have to self-promote every 8
Yep.
minutes.
We're just getting to the chat here, and then we've got Molecular Arts. We knew you were there. Thank you for being here. Excuse me. And hey, we have Big Dave K. Good to see you. Good to see you on here.
Feel free
Hey,
to rewind.
Dave.
We're wrapping up, Big
Thanks.
Dave K.
We
Thanks,
are wrapping up. We're going to finish off with Admiral Teague. And let's just get Big Dave K. Says how it goes. Goes pretty well. We've been on for over an hour and a half now, coming from several other streams. Some of us
My
have been
gosh,
streaming for
yeah.
13 hours.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, it's an addiction. We're going to seek counseling.
Well, Canadian Spider-Man, I heard Kylo Ren just sent me text message. He
Uh-oh.
he approves of this channel. He has I can confirm he has an 8-pack and is shredded. So
That's awesome.
this channel is approved and Kylo Ren does approve.
That's awesome.
Hey,
So-
Matt, I need you to come fix the radar and start the tower. Tell Kylo I said
That's
it's
awesome.
important.
Well, I could text him, but I heard his lightsaber is awesome. His lightsaber is awesome, and I can confirm.
How do you feel
Oh.
about radiation?
Well, I don't know. If it has to do with Kylo Ren, it's awesome.
Molecular Arts says at work,
Awesome.
time to go home. It's 5:20 p.m. in.
Before we go,
AEST?
can I ask you guys a question? Do you
Yeah,
think
sure.
Kylo Ren? Do you think Ray will take Kylo Ren's hand for the third time? Do you think the third time? Do you think she'll take his hand?
Ain't gonna happen. Movie ain't happening.
Maybe.
Force
I
goes.
think Dave was just reading the book.
Force goes.
Will Force Ghost Luke give away the bride?
Oh, Spidey is.
Yep.
What do
go ahead.
you think about like Kylo Ren trying to finish what Darth Vader started?
What, this weird fuck your cousin vibe?
He
Oh my God.
he wanted to finish what Darth Vader started, and I actually kind of believe him.
I wonder why Kylo Ren picked up the broken pieces of his helmet from his supremacy, but not the pieces of Darth Vader's helmet, which he sort of venerated. What a weird series of movies, huh? These were weird movies that weren't any good. The Star Wars sequels, I can't find the good movie in there. The Star Wars prequels, they might be flawed, but there's a good story inside of each of them.
And would you like to promote your channel?
Look at that
What?
shit-eating grin.
My
Yeah,
name is
Well, we've done everyone
Admiral-
else.
My name is Admiral T. You may know me from following the adventures of a certain bald, cowardly space robot, and soon I will be plunging into strange new worlds to document the crimes against Star Trek. But what you could best do is join me and follow me, because I will face any critic. I will accept any criticism, and I will learn and grow from what people say to me. And one day I will be the greatest Star Trek critic of all. But join me for Strange New Worlds starting June 15th, and Saving Star Trek is on Fridays at 4 and Sundays at 8 p.m.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Oh,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, I knew that. See, I was gonna guess that.
By the
Australian
way,
Eastern Standard
Admiral
Time.
Teague, you have recited those same lines. They have varied, but I decided to go ahead and start counting after you did it like the third time. We have both synonymously promoted our channels approximately 17 times tonight.
Nice.
Yeah,
2 hours later.
it's been a cyber date with Tony tonight. It really has.
We had an away mission from
He
that.
held the
Like
door
yours.
open
I
for
knew
me
you were on
every
this.
time.
Good night, Spidey. Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for being here, everyone. We're gonna shut her down. Thanks, Pop Culture. I'm glad you're here. Australian Eastern Time. Yeah. That's Sydney, Brisbane, anything on the East Coast, folks. Melbourne.
Spidey, thanks for having me. I always enjoy streaming with
being here.
you. And I guess maybe we'll probably cross paths on Manorama, which
Probably.
the link of which I've put in this chat.
I'll be
And,
there eventually.
I
Yeah.
gotta. Can I just say
Like
quickly?
yours.
I got scolded
Yeah,
for this,
insomnia.
but on the Manorama, when you're outside by the open pit fire,
Yep.
I was just waiting for you to tear off your shirt and start smearing pig blood on yourself.
Oh yeah.
That's next time.
You
Yeah,
put
I'm gonna get the fire going up again for next Thursday for sure.
How am
Okay,
I supposed to
so-
look manly when you do
They
that?
lift
Light something on
man.
fire, man. Light something on fire.
I live in an apartment.
See, that's badass.
Yeah, I fought off a bug the size of a small dog today, but that's a different story. But anyway, I think the link's pinned to the top, right, for Pop.
Awesome.
Please help out Pop.
Awesome.
And he is a great Star Trek intellect. And, I will accept criticism from someone who knows more than me. What the hell?
Well,
Fuck
he
it.
cares. He cares.
He wants to
Disney
make me a
trilogy,
better
Bradley
Star
Cooper.
Trek critic.
Badly written. Agreed, Molecular Arts. Agreed.
It's my belief that it's my belief that Pop wants to make me into a better Star Trek critic, and he's already raised my standards of how I do a review. So
Cardinal
you've had an
Sin
effect,
wants
my
me-
friend.
Cardinal Sin wants me to be a better James Mason impersonator.
I'm just
Wow.
gonna say I accept Pop Culture Curator's challenge to be a better Star Trek reviewer, and I'm gonna try to do it in good faith.
When I
You're right- you're right.
hang out with like 40-year-old white men, I know my life is winning. Hashtag blessed. Oh.
You are hanging out with 40-year-old white men. Well, actually, I think I'm the only 40-year-old white man here. I think Canadian.
I was gonna
Spider-Man-
I was born in 1683
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Scotland.
yeah.
Like
Really
middle
does
age
it
and
here.
older. That's my I love it.
You are the
Oh.
only 40-year-old here.
Here we are, born to be
Free,
kings.
we're the princes of the universe.
By the way, look at my film Captain Marvel.
Susan Dolan, nursing, security, Molecular Arts asks.
You know what? Actually, I have one more plug.
Thanks, Molecular
Please
Arts.
subscribe to Susan Dolan's channel. She has
You like
just
the kitchen.
obtained
I like the
herself
living room.
a feral
and the
pod
kitchen.
of new kittens and her
Ooh.
mighty Mouser Brigade. Susan Dolan is an integral part to Lair security during Harvey breakouts, especially when I'm not there, with her legion of attack owls that have been upgraded with Dr. Evil's laser helmets, cyber bobcats, and the Grand Duke of Owls Gargantuan himself, who has a penchant for calamari. Your service is very much appreciated in Xanadu, and we love you. Please subscribe to Susan Dolan.
Well said. And Molecular Art says, sounds like a challenging life, Susan Dolan. Best wishes to you. Really? Oh, okay. Because she says, can you read this, Admiral Teague, if you don't mind?
Why not? Susan Dolan in our chat says, at Molecular Arts, hi, the Jelly radio station, comma, working with home-based handicap, a convenience store, cleaning rest area.
Okay. That's what.
Well,
Molecular
that
Art
I
says.
absolutely.
That does sound challenging.
Who of us hasn't been there?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Susan Dolan, a wonderful YouTuber. If you see Susan Dolan in a live stream, you know you're in a quality live stream.
Right.
And Big Dave Case
Is
is.
somebody attempting to impersonate me? Let me remind you, Pseudo Dr. Evil, part of my channel.
I thought we have two Dr. Evils.
That's
right now.
correct. There are two
gold
of us.
member,
One of
that's
us is
not one thing
obviously
another
a
dude
cleric.
made to another dude.
Can Tim Dr. Evil, in your best Dr. Evil,
Right.
can you read this from Big Dave K, please?
Next time I'll be by earlier. I'll never know when you all do these.
What an unfortunate impersonation, but I love you anyway, like my little mini-me.
Tony,
All right.
I think you should reconsider the consequences of your actions.
Oh no, what must I understand, Robot Picard?
You know,
You
gold
have to
member.
understand that I roofie bombed Bev because I couldn't give her an orgasm
That's
in
not-
a proper manner.
We don't condone that, folks. We're not.
That is not something we recommend. We're just riffing on how bad Star Trek Picard season 3 was.
That is true.
I want the drugs of the people who like. Listen, people who like Star Trek Picard season 5. Give me your drug dealer's phone number. You can reach me at Gmail at savingstartrek@gmail.com.
Canadian Spider-Man, I would like to go over an evil plan with my other self, if that's okay. I know you're an itinerary, but I feel like this will be good.
Absolutely.
I have
Please go
created
ahead.
a
Susan, you live in the
weather
Midwest.
modulator. With this weather modulator, I will create a guidable super hurricane and direct it towards the United States oil reserves. And you know what? Let's just say fuck New Orleans. Let's just do that too. I call the project.
They've been fucked.
I call the project Katrina. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Who's going to tell him?
Holland. I love gold.
Who's gonna
No,
tell
you
him?
freaky Dutch bastard.
Molecular Arts was born in 71. Ooh,
You're
that's a good
very
year.
toit
I
like
was
a
born in
tiger.
72.
What do you mean that's already happened? There was literally a hurricane named Katrina? Oh my god. All right. New plan. I
The
have
Simpsons did
created
it.
a seismic detonator. With this seismic detonator, I will activate a suboceanic earthquake in the Pacific, guiding a tidal wave into the otherwise structurally inactive Fukushima reactor in Japan, causing radioactive fallout to not only the fishing markets but the planetary ecosystem as a whole.
Including Van. Yeah. About that. Yeah.
Right.
That's been done.
Damn it!
Yeah,
Fine, all right.
2012. Yeah.
Fuck.
that was-
Okay, I got
that
one
was
more. I
done.
got one more. Here we
That
go.
was done.
I have hired a bunch of sleeper agents to go into places like Bad Robot and Lucasfilm to create a woke agenda to break apart the amount of modern mythologies that people have come to enjoy so much.
Nope, that hasn't been done yet.
Excellent.
No sign of
Here I
that.
was thinking I would
Not
have
a
to
fucking
steal
sign of
another
that.
nuclear warhead and hold the world ransom for 1,000 Bitcoin.
Ooh. I'm not sure there is that many. That could be a problem.
You know what? We're not that far from the end of the comments. If this comment stack was a building, the fall would be almost survivable.
Okay. Well, that's a good sign.
We love our chats.
Can you read this one, Admiral T, please?
Admiral T would be pleased to read this chat from our friend
in whichever
Susan
voice you
Dolan
choose.
in the chat. It says, at
Picard.
Molecular Arts, retired now, but sleep habits hard to change. Well, circadian rhythm, it's a bitch.
You know what helps, Susan Dolan? Marijuana. Smoke a couple of those. If I'm feeling awake, you roll up a couple of those.
Are you here to talk about our good friend Sleepy Joe?
Then you can pass
Oh,
right out.
Oh my God.
Edibles
it's,
work too if you're not into
Fake
the smoking.
news.
I can
Fake
understand that.
news. Dr. Evil, you're wrong.
It's another motherfucker from Queens.
Susan
We got
Dolan
half
said,
the
"Molecular Arts. I was born in
half this panel's
1957.
from Queens.
14 years older than myself. I bet you it was a good year. Oh, I bet you had better high school than we probably did.
Me or
We
I
had
love
AIDS in high school.
Canada,
That sucked.
But you're wrong.
president.
You're wrong. False news. Fake news.
Now you're not even trying.
Can I just
Donald
say,
Trump. Could you read this, Donald Trump, if you don't mind?
I was born in the same zip code as the actual.
Of course,
Donald
Mr.
Trump.
Canada. I'll read it.
The actual Trump.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Technically, I have the same accent
Hail
as
to the
Trump.
chief. Hail to the chief.
I do support Mr. Canadian Spider-Man, even though he's American. False news. Fake news.
We need a
We got
wall at our
Big
Canadian
Dave
border
here.
to keep out these nobilities.
Mr. Dolan, I thought I was the only here who knew what high V was. Wrong.
Ivy. What? Ivy. Ivy means
Ivy.
correct, right?
Ivy.
This is America.
Yeah, I think it
I
means
don't
way
know.
more.
Yeah, you say
January
that.
today.
You say
Going
that.
home now, everyone. Peace. Yes, says Molecular Arts.
Yeah.
What is an
What is
IV?
IV?
Oh.
Hey, it's an expression, a Jewish expression, right? It means holy shit, right?
No, oy vey represents pain. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
you're
it is
annoyed.
supposed to be oy vey. Yeah, it's something close
That's
to
Yiddish.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
Yiddish for the pain, literally.
I do not speak Yiddish. I merely live in New York.
My neighbor is
Close enough.
or not. She was. Orthodox.
I'm not Jewish, but I am a descendant of tribal members because I'm an 8th generation New Yorker. So what are you gonna do?
Well, Kyle Ren told me something different. He just texted me. He was like, Susan Dolan says, that was back when high V was 24/7.
What does that mean?
So, I don't know, but I heard Kylo Ren at APAC and was shredded. So,
Oh, by the way, it's time for you to re-promote myself because I've been accused of that. My name is Admiral T. You should subscribe to me because I'm an
Oh, for the
anti-New
love
Trek
of
propagandist,
Sarah.
and my channel is a celebration of
Grocery
misery.
store
I'm
in
a
the
thief
Midwest.
of
17
I am a
times!
thief of
Thanks,
joy.
Dave
Please
K.
subscribe.
Sorry, dumb Aussie here. No,
You had to go and be like, I'm going to promote my channel one more
Thank
time,
you.
so that I can
Hours
say that I
later.
go to my channel one more time.
Big
since
box
Tony
grocery
and I-
store.
You know what? Having been accused of
Just
doing it too
picked up
much,
some
I
salami
had to
at
take the
Dairy
opportunity.
Deli.
No, all you're doing is just
Salami,
make
nice.
them right. That's not how you do that.
No, but he's
2
making
hours.
fun of it. I get it.
I think it's lighthearted
picked
and
up salami.
Canadian Spidey
Nice.
absolutely understands it. I'm sorry
Love
if I
salami.
stepped
Hi,
on,
SpongeBob!
I'm sorry if I stepped on anyone's chats. We love you
Not
in
at all.
chat. You
It
guys
was
are the
back
best.
You being here, not
If,
you being
if you
here.
apologize
You
one more
should
time,
subscribe
I'm
to
gonna
me.
boot you. No apologizing. You're fine.
No
The only,
apologizing.
if you do one more
being a
apology, you're
cowboy.
going to have to do it as the cowardly bald space robot man.
Yeah,
Right.
quit being a cowboy.
Beta.
Cowboy.
That's
No.
Susan Dolan, Molecular Arts. Thumbs up. Very good. Guidable? Guidable?
Gullible. Wow. Wow.
I
Your
think
Arnold is
depends
really
on how
good.
much I've had to drink, I think.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Your Arnold is really good.
That's what
Very
she
good,
said.
definitely.
Now, you know,
Yep.
now we go with it now, but not later. We stick around, talk about the pump and coming. That's what I do.
You
Who's
know,
your daddy and what does it do?
you, you gotta like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I came this close to meeting him in Whistler Ski Resort. He was there, and my girlfriend ended up waiting on him in a retail clothing store, and she texted me to come, but I missed him by a few minutes.
Wait, she texted you to come? She
To
texted
meet
you to come.
him. Yes,
If he texted you to come, then all that means, according to Arnold speak, is
I think that's phone sex. Yeah, but
He's not
yeah,
fired.
What type of coming?
he bought 7 pair of leather pants. Weird. That's all he
He
bought.
told me that's not assless chaps. That's not the
No,
type of
no, regular, like actual leather pants.
Okay.
Might have been for a movie, I don't know. But you'd think the clothing.
All right, I'm
procurement-
knocking back this last tumbler of whiskey. It's obvious we're in
I'd do
sudden
it.
death overtime over here.
Going home now, everyone. Okay, molecular arts. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the
it.
east
Cut
coast of
myself
Australia.
off.
Winter's coming. It's probably getting chillier there.
That's what she said. Wow.
I miss 24/7.
Me too, Big
stores.
Dave K. I want my Walmart to be 24/7 again, because when I come home from work and I'm driving back home from work and I can't, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot something from a weekend errand because I streamed too much. I should probably pick it up after I get off of work. What happens? Oh, right, it's fucking closed, which means now I got to get up earlier.
What do you mean? When did that change?
Whenever the
After
coup
COVID.
happened, the
After
coup happened.
COVID.
Really?
Yeah, I
it's
can
over
get
the-
body oil at night. No, not 24 hours. When I get the pump, I can only get it during the day, not at night.
We
What?
have 24-hour gyms.
That's
Not
bullshit.
at night.
We have
I thought
24
everything
hour
was back
gyms.
to normal.
No, not in small towns like this. Remember, I live in bumfuck Egypt. I live in hick country. I'm
Same
big
here.
old-
I live in Austria.
He's a fucking hillbilly.
Me too. I live in the country. The nearest
Admiral Teague. I am the most
You're a snowbilly.
Canadian Tire's an hour away.
Admiral Teague. I am the most intelligent hillbilly you know, and you cannot debate this.
I won't debate that, but when
He
do
knows
we
about
go
planetary
live?
Science.
When do we go live?
This is fall news.
Any minute now.
Okay, cool.
No,
Big
it's the
K.
same, dude. Like after the coup hit, dude, the Walmart is no longer. It closes at 11, and then
11?
interesting
Wow.
thing here, Meyer is open till 11:30.
Yes.
You know
So-
what it comes through my mind is that anyone who would say that what I did today was insincere, you can return donations. If you
No,
feel that way
Teague.
about it, you don't want to take a principled stand and
Teague.
scoff at my ability
Teague.
to review Star Trek. You don't have to take
Teague.
anything from me. That's all I'm going to
You're
say.
personal 24/7.
Teague.
What? I'm talking about
Well,
the truth.
upon
man.
this, you should not. Words exchanged are just that. You're great. Relax.
What? What did I say that
Well,
wasn't true? If you don't
you
like
worry
me,
too much. You
if
worry
you
too
don't
much.
You're
like
worried-
me,
listen, no, the
if you
thing
think
is
I'm
that-
insincere, you
No,
can take
no,
a
the thing
principled
is-
stand against that and
Please
renounce
let
what
me-
I've done for you,
let me defend you.
which was
Let me
done
defend you.
several times tonight.
You know, when
Let me
Kyler-
defend
when
you,
people say
Teague,
Kyler
okay?
doesn't have an eight-pack, it's not
Whenever
true.
Teague
I don't
started
push
his
that, and I
show,
just want to have
this
an
is the reason
opinion.
why Teague is so
Cheers,
he's so like ready to like defend his show. When he started his show, he had wolves at the gate, bar none. And so he had to get used to defending himself left and right. Is that true?
I got attacked a lot, and I had a suicide bomber in my original crew who tried to destroy my show. I've had to go
Yeah,
out
but
there
the
and put
thing is-
myself on the edge to defend people who've said things on my show that aren't
Nobody's
fucked up.
attacking you right now.
Well,
That happened then, not tonight.
Admiral Teague,
I'm just
that's-
offering this up as a matter of thought. If you think that I'm a phony and you don't think that what I did for anybody is real, I mean, you could take a principled stand and just throw what I did back in my face by returning whatever I did.
But
It's quantifiable. You could go look at it.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna happen, man. When I cosplay
People-
as Kylo Ren, even though I don't that's not my favorite trilogy of all time. I'm
Well, this
actually,
is quantifiable. If you think I'm a phony and you think I did this to promote myself, I mean, throw the money back in
Well,
my face.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Be as big as your words.
Yeah. No, people are gonna like when you put yourself on
It
the
was
internet.
said.
People are
It was
gonna-
said.
Yeah, no, people are gonna say unfavorable
As a
things.
member of your crew,
comments,
I
man.
must
It's just like,
advise you that
that's
what was
just how it is,
said.
man.
is
I don't
It's
give a
not-
fuck.
it
Did I
is.
spend many hours trying to help someone and then be called a fucking phony? Yeah, you know what? Take a principled stand. If I'm a phony, throw it back in my face. If I'm not, shut the fuck up.
Right, man.
I'm from
I
fucking
understand.
Queens. Don't fuck with me. All right? I've got a hot Twitter finger. I get fucking angry, and I'm not going to take fucking abuse or phoniness. If I did this for myself, fuck you. Throw it back in my face and do it publicly. Let's see that video.
Yeah, just stand your ground, man.
On 2 hours. So yeah, good night, everybody.
I'm sticking by my guns and saying that I'm happy to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And I don't have to think you're the greatest person in the world to try to help you. And if that offends you, I'm sorry for you.
Just
Exactly, man.
Admiral, please relax.
Exactly.
Someone in there. Hey, good to see you, man.
What's up, Chase?
By
How's it going,
540 Studios. They're friends of this channel. Good to see. We just promoted all our channels. We're just ending the stream.
And then they had the obligatory Admiralty meltdown, which is kind of like a good addendum. I thought it was an okay rant.
It's the bookend.
No, you know what?
bookend.
No one was named.
No,
We didn't talk about
it's a
who
nice
was who.
bookend.
I talked about how I felt, and that it should be taken in context by itself. I have been under attack since Saving Star Trek started. And I want to thank a lot of the people here for having my back. Canadian Spider-Man, Tony,
Nothing.
Tim, I'm just getting to know you now. You weren't there like when it was happening, but like people came out with knives
somebody
out.
definitely Trojan horse saving Star Trek about a month ago, and it was
Yeah,
not-
man. Like whenever you talk about like things like Star Wars and Star Trek, you're like people are gonna come
There's
after you,
emotions.
man. Like
There's
people care
emotions.
about the brand, but like sometimes like when they like say derogatory terms or call you racist because you have a certain opinion, whatever. That's the unfortunate side of it. But when you can have like subjective conversation about it or objective or like combat whatever, that's when it's healthy. But I understand your frustration because I've got that too. I'm sure we all kind of got that.
Yeah, I have been called everything in the book, and it has been difficult for me because my station, my uploads, and my broadcast started in October. And I've only been on the map for 6-7 months, and I'm proud of all the 180 people who joined me. But like at the same time, like the amount of attacking on Saving Star Trek, and we heard someone say tonight earlier on a different show that just because of the name I was wrong. Fuck you for me being good at branding. Maybe the reason you don't understand my success is because I tried to be a professional and I worked hard. You know what? How many uploads were there in that time? How many things did I address during the run of Star Trek Picard? I was right there facing my critics. I fear no critic. I will disrespect no one. But tonight, when the bar was lowered, I did tell someone they looked like Stephen King, and we saw them wince because that shit's trip.
Teague,
Go back
if
and
you'll
watch
give
that.
me 2 minutes, okay? I support you. Canadian
Cool.
Spider-Man supports you.
Mhm.
PDB and Dark Helmet support you. Snail
And I
Messiah
support you.
supports you. Tim
I support
Possible
all
supports you.
In fact,
With
Ranker Steve supports you.
Stephen
Gary
Ransom
Ambrosia
supports me.
you. His lordship at the hollow fucking earth.
Let's
supports
not
you.
speak for anybody else, but it does seem like Doomcock is favorable towards what I say and has liked my tweets. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
don't
He's
sweat the small stuff.
The
You
small
gave me
stuff.
the exact same advice not too long ago. Don't sweat the small
Yep.
stuff.
And you
uh,
pay attention, Tony, it looks like.
I'm from fucking Queens. I got hot fucking Twitter fingers, and I mean, we've all seen what people from Queens are like. We fucking and my favorite thing to do is like set an alarm for 4 a.m. to send out an insane tweet and
You
tag
do have
PD.
that 4 o'clock tweet thing going on.
it's Queen's thing, but I tag PDB so he can be like concerned because he's like, I just muted you, man. You're insane. And he's second in command of Saving Star Trek. I love PDB. He's the best. Please join us on Saving Star Trek since the most self-promoting person on YouTube. And don't do anything to help anyone else. Throw it back in my face.
All right. Good night, everybody. I like that.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.
Trek yourself before you wreck yourself. Love this t-shirt. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. All of our guests tonight. Tim had to duck out. He messaged me there. He's got to leave. So thanks for being here,
Yeah,
Tim.
he's already gone.
Admiral,
Thank you, Spidey. It was a real honor. I'm sorry I went a little
Thanks for being here.
meltdownish, but maybe it'll be like a view getter. I don't know. Like I went a little insane there, but I was
at this point, it's well into the wee hours of the morning. Doesn't matter at this point.
might have been a little bit of a Jameson
You
involved there.
went nuts.
That happens.
Who
All right,
fucking cares?
Thanks
You
for being here,
pulled a
everybody.
Tony. You pulled
night.
a Tony.
I don't know if it was
everyone
quite
in the
that bad,
chat.
but
It's
I
definitely
do appreciate
75%
Canadian
of Tony.
Spider. Let's go 30.
Big Dave K, thanks for being here. Anti-Derivative Jill. Hi.
Oh, hey, how'd you
She's
like
in
the
the chat.
meltdown, Jill?
Look at that. Good night, Joe. We were just ending. 5
Who here can arm wrestle a Vulcan? We need 5
Jason
guys.
Fox is here. Good to see you. We had Captain Infinity was in the chat. Good to see you as well. Molecular Arts, Susan Dolan. Thank you for being
Helicopter
here.
Infinity.
Thank you all for being here. Just a nice way to end out the evening. Admiral Teague and Tony Stark, thank you very much for being here.
Listen,
So
man.
on that,
My pleasure.
we had a lot of good impressions,
Hell of a
folks,
shore
over the
leave,
last 2
dude.
hours.
Hell of a fucking shore leave, I tell you what.
When are you
We-
going
we-
on
we had
Rumble, Canadian Spider-Man?
I'm
Yeah,
on
come to
Rumble.
Rumble.
I just have
Oh,
to
cool.
start streaming on Rumble, which is going to happen soon.
Can't wait.
I figured it out in about 4 or 5 minutes. It's pretty easy, but it's a little weird. It takes like a couple of seconds of adopting the logic of how it works, and then boom.
I intend to get, some videos on there hopefully this week and start streaming on
Awesome.
Rumble. All right.
Awesome.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye. Have a
everyone.
wonderful time. You so
Great to
good
see
at
you.
show.